Free a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes life is a bitch. When you meet her, make sure you dress her in the freshest fit. Get money out of, make them clutch shots when it comes down to the wire. Gummy bears, crossword gummy bears had me geeking. Fresh as fuck polo bears on my box of skiing. In the middle of the summertime, that shit crazy. Hit the gym, sweat for your health, stop being lazy. 32 in the compact for snake niggas sneaking. Still ain't see the haters, I can feel them niggas breathing. Made a light shine on them when they hear a guy speaking. Speaking on me, I'ma hit your girl this weekend. Yeah. Shoe me's on my pizza, I'm tripping, but I'm getting cheese. Wanted to be make-believe, but it ain't. My lungs are older than you think. GDP as a youngin' and I'm still rolling dank. Yeah. Baby looking delicious, I wanna dip it in the tank of chocolate, then lick it off properly. Like whoever looking finna get a show, who's stopping me? Blue lemon on my raw, organic black property. I'm coming up like Mentos in a Coke bottle. Wanna make a coke, I ain't a reference, but I don't want a fair problem. I'm fresh as fuck if the feds watching. My outfit killed a white bitch, I think I need a Johnny Cochran. I made sure the gloves fit, sipping OJ. She brushed her teeth and tongue with my dick, I came Colgate. Afternoon when Robin, Florida boy Jay, chilling Riverside. Few shots, watching my tequila sunrise. I fucked them from midnight to sunshine. Smoked the after she climax. Made a tree climb. Then I'm out. Then I'm back to the crib. Then I'm out. Back to the streets is where I live. Yeah, sometimes life is a bitch. When you meet her, make sure you dress in the freshest fit. Get money out of, make them clutch shots when it comes down to the wire. Yeah. Sometimes life is a bitch. When you meet her, dress in the freshest fit. Yeah, and they get money out of, clutch shots when it comes down to the wire. Yeah. Run it up, motherfucker, run it up.
Yeah, operation get this money anyway.
Yeah, run it up, motherfucker, run it up. Operation get this money any way possible. Niggas going broke, and to me it ain't logical. Whether you got a pocket full of stacks or still in pocket full, stacking to the ceiling. The vacation somewhere tropical. Smoking on that tropical. This shit look like poison though. Damn a nigga, I don't even ask what it's going for. Yo, I had to do it. I had to.
Welcome. It is Friday night. Perspectives and Facts Podcast, episode 73. We are here. We are turning up. We have some dope topics. J Doug is in the building. We're crushing these numbers and we're building the audience. We back again, man. This is great. This is dope. As you see, we got another picture up here. Suit the part on. We did a photo shoot last night and knocked out some merch and did a lot of great stuff for getting the site put together and everything. Now, salute Don Philly in the building. Make sure likes reflect the viewers. You know what I'm saying? So we got some dope shit shot. We got some nice paintings in the back. We got a backdrop in there. We're building up the studio. It looks really, really nice right now. And we're just excited. Everything's going as planned. Everything is going with the flow. We have a few topics. First of all, we're going to be talking about the top 30 rappers of the 2010s. That's right. The top 30 rappers of the last decade, provided by Beats and Rhymes list.com. Go ahead. We're going to drop the link in the description when the show is over. Beats and Rhymes list compiled a list of 30 rappers. I have not seen the list yet, so I don't know any of the names. It's going to be a full surprise. Live, we break that down, and I think that's going to be really exciting to debate and kind of have a conversation around that. We're going to be talking about the Lil Durk and J.Cole new record, All My Life review, right, J Doug? You know, we were discussing that before the show started.
All my life. Shout out to the kids.
Yeah, so we're going to be reviewing that song and having a discussion about it.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Umar responding to Ebony K Williams. Still want to touch on that because I really do hear what he's saying, and some people disagree, but I think it will be a good point of conversation, a good point of emphasis. Also, if we could fit in, the thing what happened with the California reparations movement, the governor denied or basically is opposing cash payments as reparations. So if we have time, we can talk about that.
We're not surprised.
Go ahead and drop the link in the chat for anybody who wants to call in. Cash App, $ Florida Boy J. Also, Lil Meech, Big Meech's son, Lil Meech, he was stopped at the airport and caught on film begging and pleading with the police and talking so much that they had to calm him down and tell him to, hey, relax, be quiet. It was very un-Meech like, very un-BMF, but you know what I'm saying? The apple falls pretty far from the tree in that instance. But To get on these topics, like I said, support everybody coming in here. Episode 73, Perspectives and Facts Podcast. What we're gonna talk about first is this record, All My Life. Lil Durk is doing an album rollout. This is first single off that album. Am I correct? First single off the album, and it's starring J.Cole and a bunch of kids.
So I think he might have dropped one single a couple months ago,
all right,
if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is the first commercial rollout. The new shit.
Yeah, man.
All My Life featuring J.Cole. Sound like a J.Cole record, like something that J.Cole produced and written. And it sound like Durk plugged in a verse and a couple of ad libs. That's what it feel like. Feel like a J. Cole record with Durk on it. You don't feel like a Durk record with J. Cole.
Pass me lighter. Yeah, personally, listening to it, like I said before on Twitter, this is a 2-pack of ass.
Ooh, I'm surprised
this is a pandering throwaway record. This is trash. This is an easy microwavable. Oh, let's change up your image. Let's switch up. Let's clean up your image, Lil Durk. Let's grab a bunch of kids and have them sing the chorus and have J. Cole drop a couple conscious bars about rappers who died, and you come in here telling about the dead homies and you don't have any ops anymore. Shut the hell up. Take that shit, throw it in the trash. Take it, put it in a dumpster. Wow. It was a horrible record. It's very disingenuous. There's a lot of kids that you claim that you have put in packs and put in the air. A lot of crying moms, sisters, little brothers around that same age. You have siblings, uncles, and nieces, and probably parents who've passed away. All right, who are affected by the people you associate with allegedly, and people that you signed and hung around. All right. So why now we gotta preach? I know I gotta drop the I Know I Can record. You know what I'm saying? I gotta drop what you said, the Trick Love the Kids record. The difference between them, Nas was a conscious rapper. You know what I'm saying? Nas is always, always having meaningful lyrics in his messages. So when he dropped the I Know I Can, it was like, okay, anybody but Nas would drop his record like this. This is why it popped off, right? You talk about, some of those Trick Daddy records where he has the kids on the chorus, or he's talking about kids, whatever, or doing the charities. That was low key one of his. That was kind of a part of his reputation for Trick Daddy, you know what I'm saying? To be about the kids, you know what I'm saying? Do giveaways, fundraisers, stuff like that. So that's completely different. And I'm not saying Lil Durk never did a backpack drive, nothing like that. But the music he puts out and the message he represents isn't anything like that. And to me, to just get some kids and J. Cole on the record, now you're trying to be conscious, like, it's bullshit. Because just like we call phony on NBA Youngboy when he came to the interview with Elliot Wilson and Rap Radar and those people, right, and B-Dot, he was like, oh, I'm scared. I'm scared of people. Oh, my music was so violent and this and that, right? Like he said all that, and then now he's coming out saying F this guy, bump that guy, like he's coming at academics. He's talking mess about academics. He's talking mess about Durk and a whole bunch of other people. Even I think one of his records, he talked about one of Fredo Bang's dead homies in one of his new songs. And it just shows like the disingenuous in some of these rappers who preach violence in their music perpetually, right? They're not even known as conscious or even lyrical rappers. They're just known for drilling and killing, right? And you give us a BS interview, or you give us a little pandering church song with the kids and put a J. Cole on the record, and now, oh, it's conscious. Oh, Lil Durk's turned the corner. Oh, he's about to put the kufi on and tell us how we was kings. Like, no, nigga, no, this is whack. Nobody's playing this tonight. Nobody's playing this over the weekend. It's horrible.
I was fucking with the record, man. I felt.
What did you like about it? Tell me what was great about it.
I always like I said, I like these records like this. Even when Trick Daddy did them, he did a couple records like with the kids singing. I like that Nas record too, but the Trick Daddy record I like. This reminded me of that. I don't know what this world gonna bring. I like that style with the kids on the chorus, and I just felt like Durk. This wasn't left field for me with Durk. I feel like this is what was the last step for him. Like, it's nothing else in his career that he could really do that's gonna be impactful.
In terms of what?
I'm just in terms of music. He done did it all. He been in the industry for a long time. He done got the Drake record. He got the Thug records. He got records with all the other big artists, Futures, and all these. He done had the #1 singles. He done worked with all the new hot young people. So all he needed that little track with J. Cole to kind of like walk him into a new market. He's older, he's in his 30s now. So I don't think it'd be in his best interest to keep going down a lane of drilling. And if, what I mean, I feel like this was along the line with what happened to Virgil. You know what I mean? That song he did with Gunna.
Yeah,
It was
but
along the
that was
lines.
more of like, I mean, my issue with this record, dog, is like you taking the kids, J. Cole in the neighborhood, man. Shut this dumbass shit up, bro. What about the drilling? What about did you slide for
wasn't
Vine?
what you wanted.
This ain't the killing, the slow singing. We clipped Granny. We shot the dog. We hit somebody with the butt of the gun. You know what I'm saying? We sprayed the house. We switched cheese the bins. That's what you need to be preached because that's what you came in. What did Pimp C say? If you come in on first album like a clown, on your eighth album you come in like a clown. Don't start switching it up now because you got your money and all your homies died. Now you got some revisionist history and you want to save the world. No, nigga. Get back to drilling. Get back to killing. Get back on the bullshit. We didn't ask you for no church record. Nobody wants this record from Lil Durk. It looks stupid. It looks retarded. It's summertime.
What did you think what you were gonna get when you saw him promoting that he was shooting a video with J. Cole?
I knew it was gonna be trash. I knew it was gonna be this. I knew it was gonna be trash because he was doing it with J. Cole.
I wouldn't call this record trash. Now this might not be what you want, but I wouldn't call this record trash. Now it was some J. Cole's verse on this wasn't hard, bro.
No.
Wow. All right.
All he said, bro, oh my God, all this nigga said was, oh, when niggas die, I listen to their music and I sit in my room and think, oh man, he was good. It's fucked up that you had to die for us to recognize your talent. Oh wow. Nigga, shut your dumb ass up. We already know that. Well, I don't want to hear that. J. Cole, tell us something else, nigga. We don't want to hear that. That's why J. Cole, it's Friday. We don't want to hear this. If you would drop this on Monday and Tuesday, maybe we would have had a bigger ear. It's Friday. People are buying the drugs. They're getting the liquor on. They're about to go to the club. They're about to rob niggas. They're about to scam some credit cards. Hoes about to shake the ass for $1. You know what time it is, man? It's Friday. Ain't nobody trying to listen to J. Cole, man. And Lil Durk trying to come in here and get a Panda record. Oh, yeah, I can grab J. Cole. I mean, I can grab J. Cole and this can shoot up because associating him with the kids and all of them jumping around like we're having fun. Like, man, nah, bro. You are about murdering people, bro.
I was asking myself that if Durk came to my neighborhood and he said, I'm shooting a video with the kids in the suburb, would you let him shoot
no,
the kids? Would you let your kids in the video?
No, number one. And number two, this is like if Future grabbed Eminem and did a song at a rehab center.
Nah,
because you know why?
Durk match with, that's not a bad look to me. That's not a bad look to me. Make sure you get a like in, share in.
I think they could have made a better song.
I don't think they could have made nothing better than this. I was thinking about taking the kids off the hook. Might have would have made it a little different. I think they should put out an alternate version for the thugs. But I feel like I'm fucking with this record, bro. And I don't even fuck with Durk. I'm not a Durk friend at all. I don't like nothing that Durk put out. Now I mean, this kind of a letdown compared to what NBA YoungBoy do on the court. Because NBA YoungBoy, you want the rah-rah. You know what I mean? He dropped the rah-rah today.
And that was garbage.
Illegible.
Yeah, I couldn't even understand like some of them lyrics. He wasn't even saying words. He was just like mumbling, dog. It was like a mumbling. It's like a mumbling rage. I don't like either or records, bro. And this is why I catch myself listening to more older hip hop, because all the new people, they're only here because the people who were supposed to lead this generation ended up dying prematurely.
Ooh, like who?
They took every coast next legend in like a 5-year span, like 4 or 5 year span. The South, it was X from Florida. He had a whole new sound. He was blowing up. He was next up.
He would have been in a pop lane, bro.
Bro, he was rapping.
Been doing no real rapping.
Bro, he was already real rapping, bro. He only really dropped 1 album, 2 albums before he died, and he was rapping.
I think we got Kodak on the South. I think we good. Kodak is that young nigga.
He is, but influential. X was number 1 in his class before he passed. He was over Uzi, all these niggas, and he died. So I just say for the South, right?
On a global scale, I will admit, but not representing the South. I think he was bigger than the South.
He was coming from the South, so you got to associate him where he comes from. You do, because if he was coming from LA, they would say West Coast. We gotta start owning our artists. X was coming from Florida. He was from the South.
Okay.
Right.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
so
argue
so
that.
you go up to the north, you go up to the East Coast, right?
Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
The whole drill wave, right? Because everyone who really passed kind of still got is like their whole spirit's lingering. Then go to the Midwest, the Juice World, right? Then go to the West Coast, it's Nipsey.
So you telling me if Juice WRLD was alive, Durk wouldn't be popping?
I didn't say Durk won't be popping. What I said is if
He wouldn't be representing Chicago.
I'm not saying he wouldn't represent Chicago. His fan base and his music was bigger than Durk when he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have stayed alive, he only got bigger. Okay. Like just like what I say about X, he was bigger than everybody in his class when he died. So if you keep him alive, he will only get bigger. You just said yourself, he would have been like worldwide. He would have been bigger than exactly. Mm-hmm. Remember, he was
damn near worldwide.
Right. He would have been like competing against like Bad Bunny and Drake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Those type of people. Right.
He would have had that NBA young boy die hard.
He did.
Like crazy.
He did.
Yeah. Bigger to me.
Yeah, because it was more world
crossover.
Yeah. Definitely. And then you go to, like I said, Pop Smoke. He had the whole drill wave. What you see now, what New York is on now, that whole, you know what I'm saying, Bronx drill, New York drill shit, Brooklyn drill, that's the Pop Smoke shit, right? And a whole bunch of artists since Pop Smoke from New York have popped off and gotten deals off the Pop Smoke wave. What Pop Smoke popularized, right? And then you go to Nipsey. Nipsey on the West Coast before he died, like Nick, like he was the guy on the West Coast. He was next. He had the best catalog. He was next up out of everybody. You're not gonna mention the Game. You're not gonna mention YG. It was probably Kendrick Lamar, but Kendrick is like out of here. So we're talking about niggas. You know what I'm saying? Bubbling who got a wave. It took all four of them.
The same thing, bro. Like it's nothing coming out of hip hop right now that's worth anticipating, bro. It's nothing. Nobody. It's like nobody. Like yo. Who dropping the album? Like I said, Playboy Cardi, but you were like, nah, I ain't even waiting on that. So it's like, ain't nobody to me.
No, I'm waiting on. No, a lot of people are, but he ain't dropped since 2020. It's going on 3 years.
Yeah, I ain't that long ago because that a whole lot of red still. That shit was like a year worth of listening on that whole lot of red.
Yeah, it definitely was. That's one thing about Cardi. Reason why he kind of hasn't dropped a lot of albums, because if you look at it, all three of his albums are fire, and all three of his albums get a high play and replay value. You know what I'm saying? So
they give too much trash attention these days, bro. So it's kind of hard to get the good music listening to. Like we shouldn't be paying so much attention to NBA YoungBoy. He's incoherent. He's babbling. Like that's nigga babble for real. And it's no substance in it. At least to me, Durk trying to bring some substance back to the game. And I think just to start that in music again, I think that's a refreshing, bro. Cause you gotta think, probably like 2-3 years ago, it wasn't nobody really J.Cole was finna jump on the track with.
Is that what you believe? You believe that do you believe he's turning a new page, or do you believe he's just like?
I think he from our generation, early 30s, like, yo, he gonna bring that substance back to music because he remember, you know what I mean? He done seen music go from high level to like boom. You gotta think, Durk ain't really. I'm not a fan of Durk, but you can't say nothing. But he done got better since he been in the music industry. He's like the most improved artist ever. You know what I mean? To come from like a throwaway artist with Chief Keef and them to being like in the conversation.
Would you say that? Because honestly, if we really look at it, we don't have to pull up his discography or anything, but before Drake gave him the Drake stimulus package, he was really with G Herbo. Where G Herbo at? He's really one Drake feature away from being where G Herbo is. So I don't look at him as, yeah, he's doing all this. He's so great. No, you got a Drake feature, and then you got an internet relationship, so you keep your name relevant in the blogs. Really, just like G Herbo and a lot of these other rappers around his age, it's like they get like Lil Baby. Like you guys think these relationships are, real, but it's like, bro, this is what keeps these niggas relevant, bro. They keep them relevant with the women because women worship these girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're real celebrities. And it keeps these niggas' names relevant, and it keeps that whole relationship shit. So anytime they drop a girl record, oh my god, they talk about her makeup line or whatever, and then you talk about drilling shit. Like I said, bro, the Drake record, in your relationship, to me, is more relevant than any Durk song or anything he's dropped. Nothing he's dropped or did to me, and like, okay, he did like the Hellcat track. He in his last album's pretty good. He does have good records, and I do agree with you that he has improved, and he has been in the game a minute, and he has a good track record. You know what I'm saying? I will say that. Like, I'm not, taking a dump on him or anything, but I do believe the Drake record really elevated him, and that to me did more for his career than anything else. And at this point, you can say he's taking advantage of it and he's getting better, right? But he was in the industry like 10 years before that record dropped, type shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember before that record came out, before that record, he was saying one of his biggest regrets wasn't signing to French Montana. You know what I'm saying?
I thought he did sign the French.
Nah, the reason why he kind of didn't pop off when he was supposed to, quote unquote, was because he was running around with French, but he never signed the Coke Boys or Bad Boy, none of that. And that's why Durk was kind of staying stagnant at a certain point. Because if you look at it, after he started running with French around 15, 16? Look at Lil Durk around 2016, 2017, 2018.
He was warming up.
He was chilling.
He basically...
He had his audience.
He was on What's Your Face. He was like on the whole Young Thug mixtape. I'm Up. He was like on 4 tracks.
He was on, like I said, he was doing his thing, but he wasn't where that Drake record elevated him, put him where he was in the spotlight. And because of that, parlayed with his relationship, he's capitalized off the moment and did the most with it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not really dissing him pretty much, but I'm pretty much just, to me, I feel like he's taken advantage of the Drake moment and understanding how to capitalize off of the social media relationship.
Well, to me, he went from unlistenable to somewhat bearable from the time he went out. Like, This Ain't What You Want was like okay, but when he was doing auto-tune Durk and all that, nah, that wasn't my swag. Auto-tune Durk.
Because I like the records he had with French Montana. He was running on him, you know what I'm saying? And he was on some good records. Like Paranoid, it's French Montana, Lil Durk, Jadakiss, and like Rick Ross and Diddy on the intro. Like and the beat is crazy. The song is crazy. It's, you know what I'm saying? And Lil Durk did his thing on it. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like Lil Durk ain't been in the game. I don't know Durk records. You feel me? But I do feel like he came in the game. He kind of was a little stagnant for a minute and then shot off. And that's cool too, because sometimes it happens to rappers. I feel like Lil Wayne, it happened to him at a certain point. I feel like Lil Wayne came in the game with the Hot Boys and he was on fire because he was with Hot Boys. And, once niggas started peeling off, he kind of, subsided around 500 degrees. Not saying the rhymes weren't good, the songs weren't good. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of falling back into the pack. You feel me? They were trying to lump him up with the Lil Zanes and Lil Bow Wows and Romeos. You see what I'm saying? Like, is he just another kid rapper type shit? And then once you start dropping the Carter 2, it's like he kind of had that second wave where he took advantage and didn't look back. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, let me ask you. So you get this single what? To you like a 1 star, right?
On like a scale, on like a 1 to 5 scale.
Yeah.
On a 1 to 5 scale, I would give this single a 2.
Okay. What you think Durk first week numbers gonna be looking like?
I think around 80,000.
Ooh, that'd be a flop for Durk, bro. Anything other 150, I think be a flop for Durk. Cause the young boy doing like 60K, I think his first week on that last joint.
But it's like my thing with Durk. Okay, so I said 8. Okay, so how about this? Durk do 160, 165. I'll double it. Or what if he do 117? I'll give him 117 to 165. I'll put him in that range. 117 to 165. And I'm not hating him. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I think
he can do over 100,000 first week.
This song he put out, man, doing good. Now, he got into the beef with NBA Youngboy over the week. NBA Youngboy dropped his new mixtape, Rich Op. The Richest Op.
The Richest Op.
Yeah.
I like the cover.
Really? The cover look a little sus, but okay.
I mean, the cover with.
Oh, you talking about him? Oh, I ain't like the track list cover. That's what I'm talking about. But you talking about when he was getting his haircut and stuff.
Yeah, like his
that
family.
Was cool.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that was kind of like a cool little family picture, you know.
That was a cool little pic. That was cool. So he dropping the mixtape, whatever. On the same day, Durk dropped this supposed to
album, but then he didn't.
But he pulled it back. What you think of that move?
I think that was just strategic to get NBA YoungBoy off of his.
Somebody say let him grow.
Come on, Durk.
Yeah,
bro, you was just rapping about drilling niggas and killing niggas. Like we ain't gonna let you grow, no, nigga. Fuck all that. I'm not like if Lil Wayne, Future, and Eminem did a song about rehab in a rehab center tomorrow, I'm on their head just same way. Pause. Because I'm holding you accountable, like, bro. You know what I'm trying to say, bro.
So Future could never go gospel with you.
He can go gospel, because I'm pretty sure Future can make a good song about anything. But I'm saying is like, if you gave us Dirty Sprite 2, Zanny Family, World on Drugs, I don't ever want you to tell me about we need to be going to rehab. Like, if you're telling me about we drilling and killing, you know what I'm saying? This ain't what you want. We smoking on packs. We smoking on ops. Like, that's the culture you brought in. That's destroying the culture right now. Like, just as the equivalent to like gangster rap in the 90s.
Keep that same energy.
That's like, and y'all saying, ooh, let them grow, guys. And that sounds good. But okay, imagine if Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying? And E40 or something came out in like 97 with the, hey, let's start the violence. Let's love the kids. Man, shut your ass up, nigga. If you don't get back talking about we swinging and busting on cops and, you know what I'm saying? With the bullshit, bro, like get out of here. That's what I'm saying.
So he was beefing with he was supposed to be dropping his album, didn't drop his album, which I think was a good move. Only because Soulja Boy got involved, 6ix9ine got involved. It became a circus. You know what I mean? If it was just him versus Youngboy, which I think Youngboy probably would have beat him, because Youngboy put videos out now that's doing better than that Durk and J.Cole. I'm like, dang.
So this got way more views than that Durk and J.Cole.
He got a video out that got way more views.
No, because that's his newest one that just dropped today, right? Youngboy.
No, that's his message to your boy. Message to Durk. I want to play that video for you real quick. But he got this video out now called "Bitch Don't." He say, "Bitch, let's do it." Lord, that's the name of the song. But that song, like, he's doing better than him and J. Cole and your boy. They got 2.1 million. Okay, Durk got 2.4 now, so he on the come up. But still, NBA YoungBoy standing alone
with no J. Cole feature.
There was no J. Cole feature, so I think NBA YoungBoy probably would have got him. But I wanted you to hear his message to J. Cole. I want you to tell him what you think.
Hey, say, Bobo. Hey, all these niggas hoes and all you bitch ass niggas gonna exit out the game as soon as I walk inside the door. You bitch ass niggas ain't nothing that could ever compare to me, bitch. I'm here to stay, and this is my game, this is my rules. Ain't nothing going on without top saying so. So close your fucking mouth when you anything about me, man. Off the flip, man. I ain't come on, tell him one more time.
You gonna get that money, enjoy life, and step on whoever try to get away with that
Hey,
shit.
now check this out. That's the last thing I got to say. I'm forever protected, you bitch ass nigga. Get at me.
That's your boy.
Yeah, man. And that, to me personally, I'm with that. I don't even like his music. If somebody said, if you got to pick one, Lil Durk or NBA YoungBoy, who would you rather listen to? Right? I'm gonna listen to Lil Durk. Lil Durk has more listenable music, but NBA YoungBoy, if he on this shit that he's always been on, which it looks like he is, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. I'm with it. And honestly, he didn't even threaten to kill anybody. I was just very competitive. Like, I'm the best rapper in the game, and anybody in my way, I'm gonna get him out the game. You know what I'm saying? It's on some like, you know, some Tupac shit. It's like I'm about to step on everybody who said they do this rap shit.
Yeah, and as far as his YouTube numbers, his video doing pretty good too.
Yeah, that was a pretty clean message by NBA YoungBoy. What do you think?
I mean, that's a kind of like nasty talk to me. I don't like men talking like that. Especially, I don't see him talking like that to Durk face.
You don't think he would say that to Durk face?
Not if he ain't have all them niggas or a gun with him, no. From the way he was talking on that Elliott video, no, I don't think so. I think he'll be. I just want to be thinking about. I think he'll clean up his voice, bro. Cause I think Durk could check his chin.
I don't know, man. Both these guys. You know, I think he didn't drop. I think he was gonna drop his album anyways. I think he was just distracting YoungBoy on his week rollout. That's all he was doing. He was just being a distraction to everybody else during this week for a rollout because everybody was focused on him because they thought he was dropping his album, and he just let everybody show their hand. Talking about with Lil Durk. Lil Durk just like made everybody show their hand, and then wait till next week to drop. And he probably got another single he gonna drop next Friday. That's probably gonna be like that street shit. Probably gonna be that, you know.
What do you think about Soulja Boy jumping in the mix, man?
I'm all the way for it. It's about time. If we have the Soulja Boy clip, I would love to play the Soulja Boy clip. That was one of the funniest things I've seen all week, to be honest. And I'm very happy Big Draco came in and started try to reprimand, because you know what the NBA YoungBoy said? He said somebody's gonna be nice to meet you or some shit. And nigga said, Soulja Boy said, nigga, nice to meet me. Nigga ain't no like nigga said, nigga, this ain't no meet and greet, nigga. And he said a whole bunch of other things that we could find that because yeah. That on the screen. Pause that. Yeah, pause that. Yeah. We gotta put that on the screen. Hey man, salute. Make sure to like, reflect viewers in here. It's Perspectives and Facts Podcast, episode 73.
Yo.
We're gonna be talking about the top 30 rappers of the 2010s, but you know what I'm saying, we're gonna go through a few of these topics, and now we got the Soulja Boy, you know, addressing NBA YoungBoy over a tweet because they're going back and forth on Twitter. And Big Draco immediately responded.
Want to meet me, nigga? Y'all don't know me, fuck. I ain't there one of these rappers. I ain't there one of these niggas you know, nigga. But you do not want to meet me, nigga. Fuck I'm about, nigga. You don't want to meet me, nigga. You don't want to meet me, nigga. Put another dent in your head, nigga. Fuck talking about, boy. Who the fuck to meet, nigga? Who the fuck? It's gonna be nice to meet what, nigga? It's gonna be much. Well, all right. Boy, before we put another dent in your head, boy. Fuck my nigga. You can't wait to meet who, nigga? You don't want to meet me, nigga. You don't know me, fuck. I ain't there one of these rappers. I ain't there one of these niggas you know, nigga. But you do not want to meet me, nigga. Fuck about, nigga. You don't want to meet me, nigga.
Yeah, salute Big Draco. Reminding these niggas, dog. Who said Big Soulja ain't from the hood?
Man, Soulja Boy. That's why I say he turned this shit into a clown show, dog.
It's the GOAT. So I think that's a perfect segue into the top 30 rappers of the decade. You know what I'm saying? Got another one for you guys from beatsandrhymeslist.com. Salute beatsandrhymeslist.com. Make sure you guys go to the website, read the article, subscribe. Very, very high quality hip hop platform. So salute to them over there. They have a top 30. And J Doug, we're gonna go down to the honorable mentions. Think that'll be a good look, you know what I'm saying? And see who's there. Before we do, everybody make sure you hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe button. And we're gonna go down the list. First of all, person we see on there on the honorable mentions is Quavo. You think before we read his, you know, situation, do you think him being in outside the top 30 of the last decade, you know, or is it too early to tell?
No, I say the whole Migos. I give them boys that. They done put over 10 years worth of work in, man. So 10 years.
But it's not the Migos. It's not the Migos. It's MCs, rappers, individuals. Top 30 individuals from 2010 to 2019. Should Quavo? He's not on the list. He's an honorable mention. Do you think him at least being an honorable mention is good enough? Considering
yeah,
that
that's good enough. That's good enough because it depends on who make the list other than Quavo. But I feel like, yeah, Quavo is more of a package deal to me.
Okay, so for Quavo being an honorable mention, we're not gonna go down his situation, but he did his thing. Take Off.
Honorable mention. So
honorable mention. So pretty much
mention.
Right. Where they probably will. Offset is right behind. So honestly, they're saying that they are top 30 as a group, but as individuals.
So they could. I feel like they would have made the list if you talk about a group.
Exactly.
Okay,
so this is good enough.
Okay, just so they won't be like, well, Offset, what it is, what they like.
Yeah, not even have a discussion about it. That was nice.
The Migos.
Yeah, salute to the Beats and Rhymes list, because even putting them on the list, I guess, will kind of be.
But I feel like Offset should have made the list individually because he one of the best rhymers of the 2010s. Really.
Yeah. Put the full screen. Yeah, so people at home can kind of see this a little bit and walk through this with us. J Electronica definitely does not need to be in the top 30. Does not need to be in the top 30. We can keep rolling. This is number 30, 21 Savage.
See, that's where we go wrong. I wouldn't put 21 Savage over Takeoff or Offset. So that's where we go wrong right there. But I'm just gonna say right there, that's like a bad move. I feel like if anything, Offset should be way down the list then. But okay, we'll go for that.
I mean, we can possibly compare Offset to 21 Savage because 21 Savage, honestly, I feel like he's, as an individual, he's in the Migos ballpark. Just as 21 Savage versus the Migos, they're in the same ballpark relatively, right? If 21 Savage, especially, I call him 21 features. So he can basically go up against the Migos and grab his feature records and pretty much can go hit for hit to a certain extent. So,
about how them verses get acapella. Jadakiss, can you rhyme better? 21 Savage finna sound better than an Offset.
To me, he doesn't rap better than any of the Migos.
That's
but
what I'm saying. That's why he should be on that list.
But it's like this though. If you say he doesn't rap better than any of the Migos and it's 3 against 1, and despite that, he's still relatively in the same neighborhood comparison. They basically in the same ballpark. They're in the same tier. I don't think the Migos are any bigger than 21 Savage right now. If anything, 21 Savage is bigger than the Migos. I know it's because Takeoff died, but even when Culture 3 dropped, I wouldn't say they're bigger than them. I'll say probably around 2017 after the first Culture, you know what I'm saying? And like they did we're touring, you know what I'm saying? Like the Migos big run. I don't think 21 Savage has got that big yet, right? But as an individual, I think 21 Savage definitely deserves to be on the list. And that's not one of my favorite rappers. Sometimes I talk crazy about him because he gets my nerves. I told you he's a cosplaying British actor. But Savage Mode with Metro Boomin, it's an album 2017. Without Warning, Offset Metro Boomin was fire. I Was pretty good. The Slaughter Tape and Slaughter King was good. All these weren't misses. All these were good. Top 10 21 Savage guest verses. Yeah, G Herbo Grew Up. Meek Mill Offended. Travis Scott Outside. Yeah, Drake Sneaking. Michael Made It. Gucci On My. Post Malone Rockstar. Cardi B. Metro Boomin Don't Come Out the House. Young Thug I'm Scared. That's one of the best features he had. Travis Scott N17. Yeah, man, he did his thing. 21 Savage is one of those rappers where you don't realize just how great their catalog is until you start going back and revisiting his past tapes. With his murderous flow and his monotone dead-eye delivery, 21 has been dropping timeless records and dope verses for the past decade, and he's still going strong. I will put 21 Savage up there. I have no problem with that. Next on the list at 29, we got 2 Chainz. I would put 2 Chainz higher on this list. This reminds me when we had like Rick Ross at like 49 on the biggest runs list. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. 29, 2 Chainz. he had a big impact. We can go down it. Based on a True Story, 2012 was a classic. Based on a True Story 2, it's Me Time in 2013, Collie Grove 2016, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music in 2017, Rapper Go to the League in 2019. Mixtapes: True Religion, True Jack City with True Real University, Trappavelli, Daniel's Son, and Necklace. Yeah, Daniel's Son, Necklace Dawn. That was a whole fucking mixtape. That shit was fire. All those are pretty good.
That was cool, but 2 Chainz didn't have a 10-year run. I would give it to 2 Chainz if he had a 10-year run. 2 Chainz had like a 5-year run, bro. Like Rapper Go to the League was basically like his like.
So really, you'll say 2 Chainz from like 2012.
Run.
So 2 Chainz really.
After
Nah.
Pretty
True
Girls
Religion.
Love
Hold
Trap
on.
Music,
Nah,
it was
because
over.
Pretty. Okay, so you'll say 2 Chainz went from like 2011 to 2018.
Yeah.
2011, 2018. So you kind of had to run, but the album dropped in 2017, but you still had to run after the album because that was a good album. That album didn't drop in the top of 2017. That's all I'm saying. Like he went on tour and he had a couple records that popped off around 2018. So I would say from 2011 to 2018, he was straight.
Okay.
Because by the time, like you said, Rap Go League came in 2019 and nobody was really fucking with it like that.
8-year run.
Yeah. Going down the features, good music. He probably got the best features on this list. That's why I think he should be even higher.
Oh yeah, YG shouldn't even be on the list. I don't even.
But we ain't got there yet. Good music, Mercy, yeah. Bees in the Trap, yeah. Ali Boumaier was pretty good. Bands Make Her Dance, a classic. Fucking Problems, a classic. All Music, classic.
Bro, all that stuff came
Travis
out
Scott.
1 year, bro.
No, it didn't. Mercy dropped in 2011. Bees in the Trap dropped like 2012. Bands Make Your Dance dropped in like 2011. Okay, Fucking Drama dropped like 2012. All Me dropped 2013. 3050 dropped. What was that? 2015. No Problem dropped. What 2000?
Wasn't no hit though.
Yeah, it was. You may not fuck with it, but that's a hit. That was one of the hardest records that year with Travis Scott, him, and Future. That was one of them. Mm-hmm. No Problems. That was a hit. Rich as Fuck was a hit.
That's all like in the 4-year span.
Upper Echelon.
Like I said, 8-year run. Last 2 years was a struggle.
Grip. What do you think? What would you say? You said 2017, 18 was a little struggle. Pretty Girls Like Trap Music was a good album. That shit did its thing.
That shit was featured out. Like that shit was heavy depending on like.
It's great records though. It was great records.
Song hooks.
It was great records, man.
Hooks and stuff like that.
It was great records, man. Grimming, that new word, is a word I made up. Grimming is when you mix grinding with timing together. Oh, grinding. Yeah, grinding is a new word that I made up. Grinding is when you mix grinding and timing together. 2 Chainz said that in the intro of his 2011 mixtape, True Religion. Then he proceeded to have one of the most legendary features runs in hip-hop history. A superstar of some of the biggest songs of the 2010s, 2 Chainz was one of the most iconic rappers of that era, proving his uncanny ability to blend across different music worlds, from pop hits and trap bangers to street anthems and club smashes. 2 Chainz definitely deserves to be on this list. And then for you said to go down at 28, YG. I wouldn't put YG over 2 Chainz, would you?
I wouldn't put YG on no list, bro. YG, like, I'll put Troy Ave on the list. Only thing YG got is like Drake features, bro. That's it. If Drake wouldn't have gave him 2 features, bro, YG wouldn't have a career, bro.
Okay.
Everything he got is a feature. YG is like the most trash rapper to ever pop off, bro.
All right, so albums.
I hate YG.
Album My Crazy Life 2014. That was a good album. That was a really good album. That was one of the best albums that year. I wouldn't call it. It might be a classic
Because
or West Coast classic.
Rapping?
Yeah, he had some good records. He had, and his features. It was a good.
YG could rap.
Listen, that album was a good compiled album.
YG rap though. I wonder where you at on that.
Yeah, for that to be his first album at that point, yeah, it was okay.
A YG verse.
Bro, I can't spit a YG verse.
I'm like Jim Jones. Nah, spit a verse.
Yo.
I'm not playing no YG.
Listen, Still Brazy, Stay Dangerous, For Real. Just Read Up, 400 Degrees, Just Read Up, to Red Friday. To be honest, I've heard some of these records, but I've never listened to YG after My Crazy Life and Still Brazy. I kind of listened to, but I didn't really listen to for real. Last time I checked, with Nipsey Hussle, E40 Function, Yo Gotti Act Right, Future Extra Love, Michael Made It, Gucci On My. Gunplay was happening though. The Game, DTF, Freddie Gibbs, Every City, ASAP Ferg, This Side, Moneybag Yo, Curry Jersey. I'm gonna be honest. Outside of last time that I checked, I don't really listen to any of these records to even remember them.
They were
Around the same
trash, bro.
time, around the same time, Kendrick Lamar's blowing up in the rap world with his major debut label, Good Kid, Mad City. There was another West Coast rapper who was also from Compton, getting to leave his mark. While as not lyrically inclined or experimental as Kendrick, YG has proven time and time again that he has a strong ability to craft strong, cohesive albums, building himself as a long-lasting body of work over the past decade. Like I said, he knows how to craft good albums. That's what I was saying about the first one. Like, it has a good concept and a good theme around it. It was good.
It was like they say, that was a low budget Good Kid, Mad City, bro.
A low budget Good Kid, Mad City.
That's what it was, bro. He was running off that momentum, that theme, the same theme of that album. He gave you some low budget records. He had the Rich Homie Quan hit. He had the Drake single. And then anything else put around there, bro, you gonna think it's a hit. And you put a couple interludes in that shit, you like, yo, this is a raw album. You only listen to 8 songs. Stop it. That shit was garbage.
Are you
YG
saying
garbage?
Are you saying it's not raw because
YG can't rap? 400.
All right, so we'll go down. Okay, so we'll go to Big Sean, number 27.
YG the worst thing in rap games. I listen to Blueface if I listen to YG.
What about Big Sean at number 20? What is this, 27?
Big Sean is a clown.
Finally Famous, Hall of Fame, Dark Sky Paradise, I Decided, Double or Nothing, Finally Famous 3, Detroit. Detroit was probably some of his best work.
Oh yeah, Detroit was fine. I like Big Sean, but he
cool down.
He turned on Ye, so he a clown forever.
Oh man. Okay, so we got Meek Mill, Burn, Drake, All Me, Lil Wayne, My Homie Still, GCJ Show Out, Eminem, Detroit vs. Everybody, DJ Khaled, Holy Key, Mike Will Made on the Come Up, Kanye West Looking for Trouble, 2 Chainz, KO, Prince, 100 Bottles. Some of these songs did go hard. You know what I'm saying? They did this
Burn
thing.
was hard. All on Me was a hard verse.
Yeah.
Still My Homie was a hard verse. Kanye West, I don't know about that. But Finally Famous wasn't really a classic. Hall of Fame was, I liked the Hall of Fame, but it wasn't a classic.
All right.
Dark Sky Paradise was a classic because Kanye took over on that album.
Yeah.
And that's it. And Detroit Mixtape was a classic. That's it. That's all he had.
Well, you say good? None of these are classics. But you would say they were good records. They were good albums.
The best projects out of all of them. Detroit,
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't think was okay.
I don't think he had. Yeah. Cause I don't think Big Sean has a classic anywhere.
Yeah. Hall of Fame was okay to me, but I know to like other people it was trash. And really Big Sean trash.
Compared to his contemporaries, yeah.
Compared to Pusha and compared to
everybody, it's like Big Sean.
Like,
I never been a Big Sean fan, so I feel like if Big Sean wasn't standing next to Kanye in good music,
then you did something.
He would never be where he would be like with like
YG to me, really.
He would have been left in the blog era.
And I'm not gonna front. All on Me was a hard verse. Ho, shut the fuck.
And I'm not saying he can't rap. I'm not really like shitting on Big Sean, but honestly, Big Sean never to me was up there with the J. Cole, Kendricks, and Drake's like he said he was up there with.
Nah, he never had a classic. He never had.
To me,
he never had a flawless project.
To me, he's not even bigger than Wiz or Currency.
No, he never had a flawless.
But you see what I'm saying? But it's like you have bigger budgets and bigger artists to stand next to, and Wiz is bigger than you.
You know what he fucked up at though? Dropping them albums with Janae Aiko, whatever he would call them dumb things.
The TM88 situation.
He shouldn't have did that.
So you saying that his relationship with her kind of slowed him down in a way?
Yeah, as far as like him boasting on records, because he was known for talking fly talk. How I feel, they be with a nigga. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know what?
So you fucked up your whole vibe. You know what I mean?
You got a good point, man. Big Sean was the guy to kind of be, a little sleazy. Yeah, the sleazy. He was he had a sleazy rap. Rap.
Yeah, Champagne and what do you call
that ass song? Remember?
Ass.
Yeah.
That's what he popped off at. Nicki really got him hot.
Champagne and Chardonnay, those records, because he had that with Kanye.
I didn't fuck with Big Sean until I saw Nicki ass and ass, bro.
Honestly, I didn't really mess with Big Sean until Detroit came out, in like 2011, 2012. That first song on there,
Mhm.
I was like, oh no, this is cold. And I gave him a chance till about Dark Sky Pair. I don't fuck with you. Like, he was cool, but I just always, when I looked around, Big Sean was never got to like the level that he came in on. That's all I was saying about Big Sean.
And everybody always over delivered on his own songs, like
Type shit. The one he had,
even Bless, you know, Kanye out rapped him on Bless. You know what I mean? To me.
even the record he had, Control and Kendrick.
Oh yeah, he was
So
hot
come
about
on,
that
man.
shit. Yeah.
So to read his, for all the commercial success, radio smashes, and mainstream recognition that Big Sean gets, I still don't get why. I still don't think he gets the respect he deserves from hip hop heads on his rapping skills. Bar for bar, Big Sean can get in the booth with any of your favorite rappers from 2010s and hold his own. Yeah. Okay. Next, Big Crit.
Yeah,
Salute to Big Crit. I'm happy he's ahead of Big Sean.
No, he shouldn't be
I
a
would-
Big Sean. He shouldn't. He haven't had the commercial success, and he shouldn't even really be on.
Me
the list.
personally, I think he is better than Big Sean.
He
and
haven't had that commercial success, bro.
yeah, he didn't. But this is the top 30 best rappers. This is the most successful. This is the best rapper. So I don't think this list is really going to be so much to see Big Sean. To see 2 Chainz. Look what I'm just because
2
we.
Chainz had impact.
But listen. Take yourself out the list, right, and look at it from what we're seeing so far, right?
Mhm.
The Migos, 21 Savage, 2 Chainz, and Big Sean, right?
Mhm.
All are behind Big Crit right now. So what does that tell you about the list going forward? And rereading the title of this list, top 30 rappers, top 30 best rappers of the last decade. You see all the names just named, and Big Crit is ahead of them all. So obviously the criteria of bigger hits or commercial success isn't weighed as, think about it. But what I'm saying is not weighed as, or maybe it's not. Maybe you're right. Maybe this is just an anomaly that you think may be crowbar, but we don't know about the rest of the list. I'm just saying from what we've seen forward, do you think having Big Crit ahead of them dictates how less commercial success means in this criteria?
I'm asking you a question. What project was that he got that's better than something that Big Sean have done? What project he got better than the Dark Twisted Fantasy? I mean, Dark Sky Paradise.
Crit was here. Return of Forever for real. It was.
Well, I got to take your word for this. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So if I'm gonna go down from Crit's album, Live from Underground was pretty good. Cadillac was okay. Forever Was a Mighty Long Time was really good. Crit was here. The mixtape was fire. Return of Forever was probably his best work. And if you want to say any of these, Last King 2 was fire too. Forever and a Day was fire. King Remember Time was good. See Me on Top 4 was good. Better This Way was good. I'm keeping it a buck. 12 for 12 was good. I'm not even capping. Big Crit's whole catalog is better than Big Sean, and he can rap better than Big Sean, and he has more meaningful lyrics than Big Sean, and he produces his own beats. He doesn't have the commercial success, but really, real talk, he should be ahead of Big Sean.
Why don't he got a commercial success?
Because he went to Def Jam, and Def Jam didn't know how to market him. And then at the same time, Big Sean, he's an artist. He's not really
Big Crit.
But yeah, Big Crit. Big Crit is more of an artist. He's not going to be like what Big Sean or like Drake could do. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to really try to be in the spotlight. He just wants creative stuff. So they never marketed him the way to put him there. Okay, and even going down guest features, you know what I'm saying? ASAP Rocky, One Train. He had one of the best verses on there. You know what I'm saying? That Time Flies with Bun B was good. The T.I. and Flexing was good. You know what I'm saying? The DJ Khaled, I'm Ready. Some Thug Coming From. Smoke Dizzy, Gotta Get Paid. So I'm just going to read his. I feel a little disappointment in the fact that I have Big Crit down this low on this list, although top 30 of an entire decade is a worthy accomplishment in itself. Breaking into the rap game with the Def Jam cosign, the Mississippi rapper was poised to become the next big thing out of the South, but he just couldn't get enough traction to propel himself into superstardom. But putting commercial success aside, Crit has quietly amassed one of the best catalogs of his generation, ranging from his 2010 mixtape Crit Was Here to his debut Live from the Underground to 2019's Crit Was Here. So, yeah. So before I even read that, I pretty much kind of said the same. My bad. I pretty much said the same thing that the writer put out. That he has a good catalog, just had to have the commercial success.
I gotta take your word for it.
West Side Gun. You don't listen to Griselda, do you?
Come on. Let me ask you. West Side Gun is harder than Troy Ave, bro?
Yes. way better, way flyer. The fly guy, the fly guy. Who you talking about? The fly guy.
Really, bro?
You talking about the fly
I can
guy?
play probably 10
You talking about the
songs better
fly
than-
guy? West Side Gun. Let's go down his catalog because this
You don't have a catalog.
you
bro.
are smoking krills. Listen, let me educate you tonight. This is an
You can't
educational night.
educate me. This nigga,
This is an educational night.
because he
Listen,
got trapped with his homeboys. He don't know.
J Doug, you know how we become better by seeking to be proven wrong. So I think you could respect my hip hop opinion enough. Like Big Crit, he was like, "Oh, I'll take your word for it, right?"
I know, but I actually listened to West Side Gun rap, bro. He don't have records better than Troy Ave, bro. I just don't like Troy Ave.
Fly God is fire. I don't know if you heard Fly God,
New
but
Pocket way better than
Supreme Blind Tail. You never heard WWCW, dog.
New York City, the album.
Listen, so you haven't heard Hitler Wears Hermes 1 through 6, 1 through 7.
You know, when a nigga drop all them, that's like Soldier Boy, King Soldier 1 through 5.
No, it's not, bro. Hitler Wears Hermes,
Stop
the
it.
series. That's like when Gucci Mane was dropping the Wilt Chamberlain series. That was like when Wayne was dropping The Drought Is Over.
So niggas in Jacksonville is listening to Hitler Wore Hermes, bro? No.
It's a few of us out here, real hip hop heads.
That's some internet shit. Bro.
No, it's
That's
not, man. It's
hype,
hip hop.
bro.
It's
That's
hip hop.
hype beat, bro.
It's hip hop, bro. It's
That's
hip hop.
hype beat and
It's hip hop,
that's
bro.
jacking, bro.
Listen, man. Top 10 West Side Gun features. You know what I'm saying? Conway the Machine, Rex Ryan, Being the Butcher, Echo Long. That shit's fire. Conway Gold Pots is fire. The Alchemist, Rey Mysterio. That was really, I think, probably the first song I heard with West Side Gun on.
These boys had a hot summer, bro.
No, they didn't. What are you talking about? They're still on.
Summer.
Bro, they're still on fire. What summer was that? What summer was? What summer was Griselda hot?
That summer they got on the Breakfast Club for their first time.
Bro, Griselda really been
when
hot.
They signed the Shady. When they signed the Shady, that was a hot run.
Bro.
And then put them on the tour.
Bro.
That's it.
Griselda.
And only reason they signed the Shady because Slaughterhouse broke up.
Bro, Griselda been hot since I want to say like 2017, 2018. What do you mean they not hot? When they still hot?
Commercially, they hot, bro.
Bro, Conway just dropped the album like last week or this week. What are we talking about? They're hot.
Nigga, Richard Kid. All right, bro. Richard Kid dropped an album, bro. Don't mean nigga hot.
Bro, they're hotter than Richard Kid. Richard Kid wishes he was where Griselda was.
You serious, bro?
I promise you, bro.
Griselda don't got no song nowhere near big as Richard Kid tracks. Oh my god, bro. Richard Kid got 3 classes, bro. Richard Kid better be on this list, and Troy Ave better be on this list.
Listen,
bro.
Troy Ave ain't gonna be nowhere on this list. Troy Ave, they had a sign outside the door on this list was make sure he can't get in here.
West Side Gun had a better run than Big Sean.
Personally,
come on, bro.
I like West Side Gun's music more than Big Sean, but I wouldn't put him over Big Sean. Probably, I don't know. I think that's a good question.
He haven't had a run, bro.
I don't
because
think
he got featured with his friends, but that's all I see. Is
I don't think I would. No, to
producers.
be honest, I don't think I would put Big Sean behind West Side Gun but I would put. I wouldn't put. You're right. You're right.
Now
you're right.
Seeing it clear.
You're right.
These are not singers,
I wouldn't
bro.
put him.
These are
I'm not saying he shouldn't be on. Listen, I'm not saying he shouldn't be on the
friends.
list. You said it's producers and friends.
That's it. DJ Premier, Alchemy,
producers,
and
bro.
Billy Butcher.
Yo, calling West Side
Griselda.
Gun. No, summing West Side Gun up as producers and friends is insane because it's like the perfect hater statement.
Bro, if Troy Ave had the same connection to the same producers that
West
Side Gun
bro.
got access to, Troy Ave will be making 10
It
times
sucks
better records.
4 seasons, man. Come on, man. You
Stop it,
tripping,
he stole
dog?
Troy Ave style,
Boom,
bro.
boom, boom, boom. man, come on, man. That's the fly guy, bro. Don't disrespect the fly guy, man. Let's keep going down this list because we got to go down a few more people. Similar. Hold on. I gotta read, man. Similar to Travis Scott, West Side Gun streams lie not so much his ability to deliver dope bars, although he can do this extremely well, but rather crafting fully realized cohesive project with Being the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and his muscle West Side plays his position that 50 Cent did back in 2003. A CEO rapper masterminding the industry takeover from deals with Shady Records to co-signs from Jay-Z. Griselda had the whole world falling back in love with the gritty boom bap rap, and a lot of that thanks to West Side Gun. That's another thing. Like you gotta understand, like West Side Gun is like the kind of the brains behind. Like he's the voice. He's the nigga who like plans the shit, like the CEO, but like he's the fly guy, nigga. It's fucking fire.
No.
All right, cool. So we gonna go to J-Rock. This nigga said no. Nigga said, all right, cool. So we gonna go to J-Rock, man. I wouldn't put J-Rock ahead of these niggas either.
J-Rock didn't have a run like my man Black McBain said. J-Rock never had a run.
Yeah. Salute Black McBain, man.
Best done no 10-year run.
Yeah, Follow Me Home. That was okay. 959 didn't hear that. Redemption was really good. Black Friday was all right. Top 10 guest versus 2010's Money Trees is definitely top feature of the decade. That's like AZ feature on Life's a Bitch.
That was an alley oop, bro.
Honestly, Money Trees and Life's a Bitch is like the same. That's like the parallel record for my generation.
Like forever giving J-Rock that's like Kendrick, like, yo, I'm giving you a track. You can you tour for life off this track, basically.
Yeah.
He can tour for life off Money Trees, bro.
YG, I Just Want to Party, straight. Nipsey Hussle, Army by Myself was straight. Freddie Gibbs, Crazy was pretty straight. Schoolboy Q, What's the Word was all right. For a lot of rap fans, first time I heard J-Rock was on Kendrick Lamar's Money Trees, where the Watts rapper delivered one of the best guest verses of all time. What most of them didn't know was that J-Rock had been grinding all the way for close to a decade before his big moment came, honing in his craft and toolage from Top Dog and Rambling Enough Strange Music Takes 9. J-Rock has established himself as a West Coast OG, not flashy or quirky as his label mates, but blessed with a hard enough edge and flow with blunt delivery that makes him a standout rapper every time he appears on the track. Okay, cool. We're gonna go next. Travis.
Hey, bro, I forgot all about Schoolboy Q. That was a hard fall for Schoolboy Q. I thought Schoolboy Q was gonna be popping for a minute.
Oh, where the hell is Schoolboy Q at?
I don't know.
All right, I was going scrolling down. I thought you were scrolling past. He might be on the list.
No, they mentioned him.
Yeah.
I doubt if he on the list because he only had like a 2-year.
Nah. He had 2 albums.
That one he put out
that Blank Face.
Yeah, Blank Face.
Blank Face was fire.
That's why I thought he had a promising.
Because remember that track he had with Jadakiss? Too. Yeah, that was a really good album. That was really good produced too.
And the first album was like a
Oxymoron was fire.
Damn near classic.
Yeah.
Flawless project.
You can say if you don't say, I won't call it a classic, but it's a great album and it's borderline. It's a classic for that decade. I'll say that. We can say that.
Yeah, that was especially for that year.
That might be a classic. To be honest,
that was one of them albums they played for like 2 years, bro.
Yeah. But we got to keep going. Okay, Travis Scott at 23. I feel like this is crazy. There's no way Travis Scott is 23 on this list. Personally, there's no way Travis Scott can be 23 on this list because Travis Scott was a top 10 rapper in this decade, and it was even in the top 5 to top 3 at certain moments. Not for like a whole, and even for the year 2018, you can probably get at Travis Scott. Like Travis Scott went 2019, like really towards the last, really 2017, 18, 2016. Once his first album dropped in 2015, to be honest. Mm-hmm. I don't really see how Travis Scott's 23 on this list. I don't see how you can't be 23 on this list and have Nike Air Jordans.
Bro, Travis Scott, the reality is, bro, he only had a hot 4 years, bro. 2015, 2019, bro.
We're gonna go down his stuff, right? Albums, Rodeo, classic. Burst in the Trap, Sing McKnight, classic. Honcho Jack, classic collab tape. People won't call it a classic album. I won't call it a classic album, but it's one of the best collabs you're gonna get. Mm-hmm. I'll put up there with the Future and Thug and Watch the Throne. I'll put up there Astro World, classic.
Mm-hmm. That was, bro. That's the end of his
Jack
run.
Boys.
3 years,
Jack
bro.
Boys went, bro. 2015. Listen, Dark Days Before Rodeo. That was 2014. So honestly, I can't say that, bro. I say you gotta give Travis Scott a good. Really, you gotta give him like a good 5-year run, bro. He only fell off when he had to stampede at the thing, and that was what 2021. For real, bro. That was 2 years ago, bro. That's really when he
5-year run, but yeah, 5
I
year
give
run.
I give more a 5-year run than a 3-year run. His guest features 2 Chainz, 4 AM. That was the number one record. Juicy J No English. Drake Poland was fire. Future First Off was fire. Hot Remix was the number one record. Kid Cudi Baptized in Fire is one of his best record. Young Thug Floyd May record was a great record. Migos Kelly Price, one of the best records on that album. 21 Savage Offset Ghostface Killers is one of the best songs on that album. DJ Mustard, Whole Lot of Lovin'. Really, Travis Scott probably got one of the strongest feature lists of this whole fucking list, if you want to be honest. We didn't even count the R&B songs he went number one on. Travis Scott has never been a great rapper, and I say that as a huge fan. There has rarely been a time when Travis has been on a song with other rappers and came away with the best verse or most memorable bars, where Stern Slider's ability to curate or pull off strong performances from his collaborators. Over the past decade, Travis Scott has been responsible for several of the best hip-hop albums to come out, thanks to his producer instinct and his gift for songwriting. Yeah, but to see how far he is from the top, right? And how Big Crit or like maybe West Side Gun, or I would even say Big Crit over West Side Gun, but a Big Crit is over some of these people. It really must really be about rapping, right? Meek Mill. Yeah, at 22.
Yeah, Big Crit with Crowbar then, though, bro.
I feel you. Dreams.
West Side Gun.
I wouldn't put him over I wouldn't put West Side Gun over Big Sean or 2 Chainz.
That's how you know it's still marketing. They put him up so high. It's like, yo, check him out. He should be here. Like, people still trying to get that off.
So we got Meek Mill at 22. Dreams and Nightmares, 2012. Dreams are Worth More Than Money, 2015. Wins and Losses, 2017. Championships, 2018. Mixtape Flamers 3, The Wait Is Over. Miss Philadelphia, Dream Chasers 2, Dream Chasers 3, Dream Chasers 4. All those are quality, fire. I think Dreams and Nightmares, I wouldn't call it a classic, but it was a great album. Dreams Worth More Than Money was fire. Championships was fire. I wouldn't put him up. I think he has classic records, but I wouldn't put any of those albums as classic albums. But they pretty much kept him in the top tier in the momentum. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mill was always hot. Meek Mill was the rapper's rapper last decade. He was cool. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mill really played the part, right?
Yeah, I feel like he actually had a good 10-year run too, other than like a lot of other people. He didn't have a true 10-year run. West Side Gun. I'm talking about getting to a certain height.
We got to keep talking about the rappers that are here. I don't want to keep going on West Side.
Yeah, but I just want to keep comparing. Like, yo, you got to get to a certain point before we can say you on a run. Because just because you dropping mixtapes and you staying consistent, we can't say you ever was on a run.
Is it because like you see name? It's like because you see like a Meek Mill or you see certain other people on this list that they trigger like a Travis Scott, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's a run. Or that was a moment, or they had the wave, and it's like West Side Gun. It's kind of like
if Travis Scott was on his run that he on, and he dropped down to doing what West Side Gun is doing, bro. People like, yo, Travis, you fell off. Bro.
It's like what Black McBain said earlier when he said, Griselda is street hot to a certain extent. You got to say that when you want to put on list these people. Okay, yeah. So top features: Rick Ross, So Sophisticated was a hit. Bag of Money was a hit. My Nigga was a hit. They Don't Love You No More. Hefe with T.I., DJ Mustard, 100 Bands, Jadakiss, Bar for Bar, Lil Baby, Time, Rick Ross, Walk on Our Air, hit. That's one of my favorite Meek Mill songs. Meek Mill feature. I'll list that to this day. To read his for the bravado that Meek Mill inspires in his music and rapping style. He's actually one of the more underrated rappers of his generation. If you look at the body of work from the 2010s with his strong albums and classic mixtapes, the fact to highlight guest verses, Meek has been killing the game over the past 10 years without half the recognition he deserves. Put it on full screen for me. Because when I cut up the clips, you know what I'm saying, I'll be able to kind of chop it up in the clip wise. I'll put him there, right? Would you put Meek Mill at 23? That's 22, that's cool. So 21.
I'll put him way lower, but yeah.
Okay, 21, Nipsey Hussle. I love that. I love that.
Nipsey had a 1 year run. Nipsey had one album, Victory Lap. That's a 1 year run, bro.
Nah, bro. Like the marathon, like this one. This is what I'm trying to say about the list, right? And this is what I gotta say too. When we do these hip hop lists and talk about them, it's like this, bro. I may not know every song on people's catalog, but I've listened enough to understand why certain people may be there, even if I don't rock with them, right? Like Big Sean, I don't rock with Big Sean, but I'm not gonna like dispute why Big Sean's on the list. For me, Nipsey Hussle. My biggest thing with Nipsey Hussle is like, bro, you can't tell me where Nipsey Hussle should be if you don't like listen to his music, because if you don't listen to his music or gave his music a chance, or somebody was like, yo, I'm gonna give you 5 to 7 Nipsey Hussle songs, listen to them and then come back and give me an opinion, then it's like, don't troll and talk about where he should be. Because like if you understood how impactful he was, like if you understand why everybody be riding with Nipsey.
Impact. I saw the little bit of impact, but it wasn't based on music. It was more based on like a character thing.
And it sounds like that but it's like, that tells me it's like you haven't really got into his music for real. And if you haven't, that's cool. But say you haven't before, it's like, I heard his music and it wasn't hot until Victory Lap, because that's like asinine, because all his music is on par with Victory Lap. That's why Victory Lap went so hard, and that's why Nipsey Hussle was about to explode and blow up. And he died like 60 days when he was basically going on his run, like taking off. You know what I'm saying? It was finally about to go mainstream because the marathon was fire, bro. The marathon is a classic, bro. The marathon continues. TMC Extra Laps. Crenshaw is a classic. Mailbox Money is a classic. Slauson Boys 2 is a classic. No Pressure with Bino is a classic. You say what, listen, and this is when people call us possum eating ass niggas, call us mushmouth, all these other names, Southern Coon Bamas. They call us that because we'll sit up here and say Nipsey Hussle shouldn't be on this list. And if you go to the West Coast, I'm telling you, I've traveled across this country. You go places, bro. You think, Trick Daddy or Savage Life or Bootsy, whatever, those are hip hop staples. Blasphemous, not to know Swerve out and all this other. But it's like, no, you go to the West Coast, bro. That's what Nipsey Hussle is. Like Nipsey, like those are classics, bro. Those are historical records. Those are mixtapes that carry niggas. And then being in the real time when he was alive and they dropped, people over here, like if you was on Nipsey, bro, he was that nigga. And if you go back after this show and listen to any of these things I told you about, you're not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, Nipsey Hussle shouldn't be anywhere on this list. That's all I'm saying. Even his features. Fuck Donald Trump. Song blew up. Rick Ross, Fountain of Youth. Classic record. I Want a Benz. Lifelong. Never Know. About My Issue. Ain't Nothing New. Rich Nigga Lifestyle. Even with one album to his name and a bunch of classic, I'm not even reading this. They even said it. A bunch of classic mixtapes. Nipsey Hussle's name as an independent artist has been hugely influential over the past decade. When Nipsey raps in his direct and urgent style, it's almost as if he's urging a listener to go out there and make some moves instead of sitting around waiting for handouts. If Nipsey Hussle would have just signed a deal and all these mixtapes were on Atlantic Records or Capitol Records or Epic Records or any record label we want to think about, then Nipsey Hussle would have all the fame that all these other people have. But because it was independent and it was still quality and he still pushed out numbers, did the first innovative $100 mixtape and really was making money and showing niggas how to do it independent, bro, it's like, dog, he showed niggas, bro.
Yeah, but he didn't have a 10-year run, but I salute him.
I mean, he died in 2019. I would say he had Nipsey Hussle's run started 2013. I'll say from 2013 to 2019, Nipsey Hussle was relevant in the game, and he was dropping classics. So that's pretty much going from Crenshaw to Victory Lap. Yeah, then that was $100 mixtape, because that's when he really was going. That's when he was already making songs. I think Fountain of Youth came out like 2012 maybe. But once Crenshaw came out, $100 mixtape, and Jay-Z bought like 100 copies. Remember?
Yeah, it was $1,000, wasn't it?
I think it was $1,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did it, and Jay-Z bought like 10 copies or whatever. That's when he started going viral, and it was really going up. So salute him. Vince Staples. I'm not putting Vince Staples over Nipsey Hussle, bro.
I'm not putting Vince Staples.
Or 2 Chainz.
Vince Staples haven't had a run, bro.
Yeah, Summertime 06 was cool. Big Fish Theory. FM. Sean Cold Chain, Stolen Youth. his guest verses, Common King, like Ride Out. Like, I'm sorry, I haven't heard any of these features, and I'm not even like really shitting on this guy. But Vince Staples is the very definition of rapper following his own path, ignoring whatever trends are popping off in the moment. Coming up as a associate of Odd Futures, Mike G, and Earl Sweatshirt, Staples forged his own way, popping up every now and then to drop incredible records like Summertime '06, Big Fish Theory, and him rapping over someone interested in having great production in hip hop. Maybe I should go back and re-listen, but I can't put him over like Big Sean and anybody else on this list. And then putting Chief Keef at 19 is like, okay, is it influence? Is it rap? Like, what is the criteria? Because how is Chief Keef and Vince Staples ahead of like Nipsey Hussle and Meek Mill and Travis Scott? You see what I'm saying?
And Keith really only had like 2 hot years, bro.
For real, I'm just saying, dog. Like the names, the Big Sean's, it's like and you know what I think? Honestly, to be honest, I think that when we see these names that are out of nowhere, I think that's to add discussion and not make it look like chalk.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of does a disservice because if we want to honor a criteria, it has to be consistent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not seeing a lot of consistency with the criteria so far. Seeing as, you know what I'm saying? Like Chief Keef, Vince Staples are over A-list rappers of the last decade, right? And I would put Chief Keef in the A-list rapper category, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't sandwich Vince Staples in the middle of Chief Keef, Nipsey Hussle, and Meek Mill.
Mm-hmm.
Would you?
Nah, I wouldn't put Vince Staples even in the conversation with them boys.
Okay, so 19 with Chief Keef, Finally Rich.
Something on a major way.
Yeah, Chief Keef, 19 with Finally Rich, Bang 3, Dedication, Glory Road, and Big Gucci Sosa, Almighty Soul, Back from the Dead 2, Almighty DP, Almighty DP 2, Sorry for the Wait, Finally Rolling 2, Manchi Music, Kozar, Back from the Dead 3, Glowtoven. You know, these pretty straight. No, I ain't gonna cap. The features, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, even going down this list, Hold My Liquor, Nightcrawler, Catch Up, Traffic, Cut the Check. A lot of these features, not Keith really saying nothing crazy on them. He was just Chief Keef on the song, so we turn it up.
Chief Keef was a talentless hat.
If we're just talking about impact of Chief Keef's influence on this generation of rappers, then there's a very strong argument of him being in the top spot. Everything from his rapping style, auto-tune melody, and client warble to his independent business moves to his do-it-yourself aesthetics that has inspired later generations of internet artists to move differently in this industry. Yeah, if we're talking about influence, but as a rapper, nah. Nicki Minaj at 18. I think she should be higher. Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, the Pink Print,
and
Queen.
She be in the top 5, the top 3. They'll just represent the females in the top 3.
Yeah, she should definitely be higher than where she is right now on this list. She's dropping mixtapes with guest features. Monster, classic record, Up All Night, good, one of the best records. Danny Glover remix, one of the best records. My Chick Bad, Bottoms Up, with Trey Songz, Freaks, with Clappers, Throw Some More, Down in the DM with Yo Gotti, I Love Them Strippers with 2 Chains. That top 10 was pretty much, you could probably say those were top 10 biggest records of the last decade.
Yeah, but they didn't put Fifi on there. That was like one of her biggest songs.
Yeah, even if you didn't put that on there, that top 10, you can probably say, like, if that was the top 10 songs of the last decade, you can arguably, if somebody threw those songs in there.
From her, yeah, but you got to put Fifi in there.
But even if I don't think none of those records outside of probably if you want to replace maybe Clappers, but outside of Clappers, bro, Fifi wasn't bigger than none of these songs on here. All these songs went number 1. Fifi was not bigger than Monster, Up All Night, Danny Glover 2, My Chick Bad, Bottoms Up, Freaks, Throw Some More, Down DM, I Love. Bro, all those songs are some of these artists' biggest records, or at least top 3.
Yeah, but yeah, Fifi was bigger than I would say like Freaks. Bottoms Up, nah. My Chick Bad, nah. I see what you're saying. Up All Night, yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Clappers, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe Clappers, it can probably battle Freaks, but all these other records,
I have to look at the numbers.
Yeah, like when all these other records drop, those are the biggest songs out when these records drop.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes repetition makes songs look bigger than what they was. I remember Fifi was really that. like numbers. I'm talking about numbers. You want to go by numbers. I'm pretty sure none of these songs got what Fifi got.
I mean, listen, they probably got Fifi maybe got more streaming numbers, but as far as radio plays and more to me organic reception, like all these songs are anthems that like niggas gonna sing 20, 30 years from now. Niggas is not singing Fifi 20, 30 years from now. I'll say that. That's the difference between Fifi and the rest of these records. The biggest and quite possibly most influential female rapper of all time, the Queen Nicki Minaj, has been holding down the rap game for the last 10 years with strong albums and a handful of killer guest verses, including the most legendary feature of all appearances with her monster verse. Just that appearance alone would gander her position on tops on this list. Don't get twisted. Nicki Minaj is one of the best female rappers of all time. She's one of the best rappers of all time. It's not about female. Nicki Minaj is one of the best rappers of all time.
Fifi got a
Period.
billion views on YouTube, bro.
Got a billion views on YouTube?
Yes.
Bro, that's cool, but they're still not bigger than these records.
Which one you think is not bigger than? And I'm gonna look it up. Just one. Just
the only record, bro, is not bigger than Monster.
Monster. I'm gonna look up Monster. I know that's Monster ain't got a video.
You can look up. It's not bigger than Danny. Like, it's not even better songs in these songs. Bro, Fifi is not better or bigger than any of these songs on this list with 6ix9ine, bro. Like,
I'm just saying that was one of her biggest songs. That's
I would. Like I said, if we had to put it on, I would replace Wale Clappers with Fifi, right? But that'd be the only thing I would, because outside of that, every other record on this list was like the number one record in the country when it was out.
Yeah, Fifi don't have. I mean, Monster don't have a video, but the audio of Monster got 23 million.
No, Monster got a video. You probably just can't find it because remember they're all like.
Well, it's not on their main stuff.
Yeah. Okay. 17, Schoolboy Q. I like that. We were just talking about Schoolboy Q. Seatbacks, Havocs, and Contradictions, Oxymoron 2012, Blank Face LP 2016, Crash Talk 2019, Schoolboy Q.
Crash Talk missed me.
Crash Talk, I tried to give it a listen, but it wasn't. It sound when it came out, it just sound really industry-ish. You know what I mean? It sounded like he didn't have a lot of creative control over that tape, and he didn't really push it like that. His features though, Pussy Money Weed was fire. The Alchemist Flight Confirmation was one of the best. ASAP Work Remix was one of the best records of that decade. Brand New Guy with ASAP Rocky was one of the best records. Hell Yeah with Ab Soul was fire. Rockabye Baby with Joey Badass was fire too. Kendrick gets a lot of credit for crafting the thematic cohesive albums, understandably so, but Schoolboy Q is right up there with him. Whether it's a 2012 breakthrough album, Habits and Contradictions, or his 2016 Blank Face LP, which was the best rap album of 2016. Q puts a lot of care into creating his albums, and it shows with the results. Then on the other hand, he has no problem with jumping on other rappers' track and completely blacking out like he did on Let It Bang, Work, and Rockabye Baby. Any comments, questions, or concerns?
But Crash Talk was a total sleeper. I didn't even know that happened.
Oh, like you didn't even listen to it.
Nothing off of that.
It was really
I'm
good.
looking at it now.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. I'm not gonna cap.
That didn't get no promotion.
16, Benny the Butcher. That's what I'm talking about. Benny the Butcher. I wouldn't put him up ahead of some of the bigger names. To be honest, I feel like a lot of bigger names is like behind on this list.
Maybe giving these guys too much.
But I would definitely put Benny the Butcher on top 30. Butcher on Steroids, DJ Green Lantern, A Friend of Ours, Tana Talk 3, Fire, Plugs I Met, Fire, WWC, D with Griselda, Fire, Benny Montana, Married to the Game mixtape, The White House, Best Ever New York was fire, Benny, Best Ever, Black Soprano Family was fire, My First on Block, Stabbed and Shot, 30 Special was fire. Features on this, like if I have to put you on, Sandcastles is one of the best songs. I don't know if you ever heard that song before. Okay, you need to listen to that one with Alchemist produced. Is crazy. Tito's Black Conway the Machine is fire. Shower Shoe Lords is fire. Headlines. Face Blipper was fire. 730 with Smoke This is good. Just like his cousin label mate Conway, feels like Benny was only entering the peak of his rapping prowess and commercial success by the end of the 2010s. Even then, in the latter half of the last decade, any song that had a hint of the 90s gritty boom bap, the Butcher was there slinging dope verses with his gruff, no nonsense delivery. I'm telling you, bro.
These niggas stole Troy Avalon, bro.
Okay, this is crazy. I might throw this list. I might throw this list away, bro.
Yeah, Danny Brown. I don't even know. I can't say because I'm sure though he haven't done anything worth
Danny Brown,
listening
bro.
to.
Danny Brown, bro. Listen, dog. This might be the time where if I ever disrespect a rapper, bro, this is gonna be the time I do this. I'm not gonna talk about Danny Brown as a person, but there is no reason why Danny Brown should be on this list. You could say he doesn't conform to trends or hip hop styles. I understand that sometimes you say he gets feeling that Detroit rappers get, be getting hated on, and he doesn't, look like the part and all that stuff. But nobody listens to Danny Brown. You can't name me 5 Danny Brown songs. You can't name me 1 Danny Brown song. You can't name me who Danny Brown is if I pulled 10 people in this room and they all talk to you for 20 minutes. Danny Brown shouldn't be anywhere on this list. I would put Troy Ave on this list. If Danny Brown's on this list, I would put Troy Ave on this list.
I already know, bro.
Now, and that's how ridiculous to me this is.
The holes in the list.
I would put Troy Ave before I put Danny Brown.
Clowns on the list.
Okay, number 14, Conway the Machine.
Yeah, whatever. They said that and you couldn't mention these niggas at the top and put the Migos in the list. What the?
Yeah, if you're gonna put Danny Brown on the list, then Quavo could have been on the list.
Yeah, you could.
And matter of fact, and to me, I feel like this too. If you can't put Griselda on the list and not put the Migos on the list.
You should have gave them an honorable mention. That's how I know it's a crowbar, bro.
No, I feel like you could have put both of them on the list, but the Danny Browns of the world, you said the Big Crits, and some of these other people, I feel like
none of these niggas got an album better than Offset solo album, Father of Foe.
I just don't feel like if you're gonna put, and I like Conway, I like some of these guys, and maybe they're saying because Griselda as a group, right? They are a group, but they have a lot of solo projects. Like they all have their own solo catalog. That's bigger than the Migos, to be honest.
Bigger than the Migos? That you mean like far as like
like the Migos?
Quantity?
Yeah, like the Migos all as individuals only have like one solo album. As to where when we look at Griselda, right? They have whole mixtape catalogs.
The Migos got mixtape Rich the Kid,
but you see
mixtape with Thug.
But you see what I'm saying? They got them together. Like Quavo doesn't have a solo catalog. Offset, Takeoff, they don't have solo catalogs. While the Griselda may be on list, I'm trying to find some reason, right? Is because Griselda have solo catalogs as individuals.
Man, because them niggas rap those some throwaway beats now.
If we're talking about quality of work, I can see why. If we're talking about quantity of work, but if we're talking about the best rappers, I think the Migos should have been on this list as individuals. Going down, Earl Sweatshirt, man.
Yeah.
Do we have this on camera?
Yeah, I don't know about the Earl Sweatshirt.
Bro, we can't.
Crowbar. That's somebody's personal favorite. Well, I never heard it.
Bro, you know what? We're gonna keep going. We're not. Earl.
Mac Miller.
Just on pure lyrical ability alone, Earl Sweatshirt is up there, one of the best rappers of his generation, with a monotone delivery and incredible way of putting together words in mesmerizing flow. It's clear that Earl's most notable influence is the late great MF Doom. If you haven't listened to it yet, do yourself a favor and go stream some of the rap songs and really listen to it and how he's rapping. You'll see he's one of the best rappers between. 12, Mac Miller, bro.
I never listened to MF Doom, so I'm gonna take their word for it.
I don't have a problem Mac Miller being on this list. Blue Side Park was good. Watching movies with sound off was really good. Good AM was straight. Divine Feminine was straight. Swimming was good. Kids was good. Best Day Ever was good.
Surprise how you
Thank You
bro.
Was good. Macadelic might be my favorite thing he dropped. Faces was pretty straight. His features, yeah, I liked him on Pinata. Money Shot was fire. Great was fire. No Shots was good. I liked Thundercat High. Yeah. When Mac Miller broke through with his 2010 mixtape Kids, rap fans had no idea that the white rapper from Pittsburgh would evolve in front of their eyes to be one of the most beloved and complete artists of his generation. While his debut album, Blue Side Park, was a slight stumble straight out the gate, Matt continued to work on the sound, finding his lane. 2013, watching movies with sound off and finding his craft as a rapper, songwriter, and producer of the rest of 2010s. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Mac Miller being where he is on that list. Next on the list, ASAP Rocky. He should be on the list, but I think he should be where like the bigger name artist that was higher on this list. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning of this list, Big Sean is around them, and I don't see the separation of ASAP Rocky before all these other guys. See what I'm saying? Like I don't see ASAP Rocky over 2 Chainz, over
a lot of niggas got their style.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott got a style from ASAP.
I can't put him over. I forgot who was like in the 30s, but I know we had a couple bigger name rappers.
ASAP was hotter than a lot of these niggas way before they got hot.
Yeah, Long Live ASAP in 2011 was probably the top 2, if not the best thing that came out in 2011. If he was outside, it was like really culture shifting.
And really, ASAP was like the first Drake cosign to ever really take off.
Yeah,
because when Drake said I'm ASAP Drizzy, that's when everybody really started checking for ASAP.
If he was outside, like I said before, remember we had the conversation.
Yeah,
you're growing up. If you graduated in 2011, you was a Wiz Khalifa, Currency, Jet Life, Taylor Gang, right? If you graduated 2011, you graduated 2012, you was an ASAP Mob. If you graduated 2013, you was Chief Keef, Sosa, Glowed Up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was just the vibe.
Yeah, for ASAP.
Long Live ASAP, classic. Long Live ASAP was a classic, and Live Long ASAP was a classic. At Long Last, ASAP was a flop. Had a few records, but it was a flop. Testing was fire. No, Testing was fire. It was very underappreciated. If you go back, Testing was fire. Testing, to me, honestly, it didn't have the right marketing.
I listened to Testing one time.
If you go back, Testing was fire, and I just think he just dropped the ball between 2013 and 2018. He had a 5-year stumble to me. He was just running with the wave because he was so hot.
When Testing came out around the same time Damn came out, and it just didn't hold up.
Nah, it didn't come. It was this, bro. Testing came out in the middle of Playboy Cardi wave.
Yeah, it just didn't hold up.
That Testing album should have dropped 3 years before, because it wasn't that Testing wasn't good. It was just that whole Cardi wave was like, it was like the phase 2 of the ASAP wave, but we didn't want to hear it from ASAP. It's kind of like his wave was already. It was like somebody was already. It was like you trying to come back to your trap, and one of the little niggas is now the head nigga of the trap now.
ASAP put Ferg on. He put Schoolboy Q on. He put
a lot of people
Playboy Cardi on.
His features
Ferg
on. Work, Shaba, Who Dat Boy, Crib in My Closet, Chanel Remix, Reminder, all good records.
And that's another thing. You a good artist when other good artists come from under your belt.
Right.
Like, really ain't nobody really came from up under Travis Scott belt like that.
Yeah, Don Toliver. That nigga got the album of the year right now.
Well, that's Travis Scott?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that nigga sounds just like the R&B Travis Scott type shit. So it's like his wave is just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an influential shit.
From ASAP.
Nah, no, it didn't. Nah, ASAP. No, that Travis Scott sound is completely ASAP and Travis Scott sounds is completely different at this point, bro. Because you gotta understand, it's like Claims Casinos, other niggas from the ASAP mob making them beats and shit versus Travis Scott as a producer himself carrying his sound as an individual versus ASAP Rocky going to find certain producers and niggas to create new waves or whatever the fuck he be doing.
ASAP started making beats too, though.
Yeah, but his production level is not on a Travis Scott's level. What ASAP locks in output of quantity, he has more made up with in his dedication to crafting cohesive, full bodies of work, while Rocky has no problem hopping on big singles or club bangers and dropping a quick 16 bars. Is on his albums where you'll really see his artistry manifest. All of his projects from his 2011 mixtape, Live Long, Live Love ASAP to his last album. Testing, reward, repeat listening. You really need to sit down and let the music digest for a few weeks or even a month before you can truly appreciate it. Like I said, it was that testing was pretty good. Number 10, Joey Badass. 1999 was good. All American Badass was pretty good. Summer Nights was okay.
Never got into Joey Badass.
I cannot put this nigga ahead of the people we had before on this list. At the age of 26 years old, Joey Badass already certified OG with his rap game ever since 2012 mixtape of the revelatory 1999, which featured 17-year-old Brooklyn lyricist rapping over MF Doom, Lord Finesse, and J Dilla instrumentals. Joey Badass has been the leader of the independent do-it-yourself hip-hop movement. Number 9, Tyler the Creator. Goblin was good. The Odd Future tape, Volume 2 was pretty straight. Wolf was straight. Cherry Bomb was good. Flyboy I didn't really listen to. Igor was good. Guest versus Trouble on Mine was fire. Schoolboy Q, The Purge was good. ASAP Mob, Telephone Calls was one of my favorite guest features. The greatest glow up of a rapper in 2010s, crowbarring his way into the music industry with a black and white video of him eating a cockroach. Tyler the Creator has one of the greatest artist evolutions in recent history as the 2010s wrapped up with Odd Future Leader dropped an album that was far and away from Goblin as you can imagine, with its far-reaching emphasis on jazz and funk and lots of melodies. Tyler Creator, yeah, he definitely glowed. And we were talking about people like Lil Durk earlier. And his, succession transformation hip hop, I would say Tyler Creator definitely is like the definition of kind of that, like staying in the game and crafting and refining his.
I won't give Tyler Creator that because he went the LGBTQ way, and that's a whole
bag in itself.
Yeah, that's a whole bag in itself. So
that's a fair assessment, I guess.
Flexible. Now, if he wasn't flexible,
time out. Rock Marciano at 8.
I don't know who that is.
Troy Ave is gonna be number 1 on this list, bro.
I told you, bro.
At this point, I think Troy Ave gonna be. I'm not even going. Listen, and I'm not.
That?
Rock Marciano.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of him.
The Pimpire Strikes Back.
Oh, he's some fake pimp
album. Listen, I'm not gonna go down this nigga catalog. It's not because I haven't heard it, but I'm not putting this nigga up at number 10. While Westside Gun and Griselda's team get the most credit for revitalizing the New York 90s boom bap, understandably so, most rap fans don't realize that Rock Marciano's been putting on that gritty underground sound for most of his career. After a brief stint on Busta Rhymes' Flipmode Squad, Marciano left to pursue his own career and become one of the most prolific, respected, and consistent rappers of his generation. Currency better be on this list.
This person respect people from up north more than he respect. Who made this list to respect people from up north more than they respect down
like the Migos, like,
yeah, bro, come on, obvious, bro. Like Rock Marciano, bro, you can say,
bro, listen, Rock, bro, I'm just saying, you trying to put Tyler Creator, Rock Marciano, Joey Badass, ASAP Rocky, Mac Miller, Earl Sweatshirt, like, dude, Danny Brown, like, bro, like, it's been a train wreck so far.
I tell you, they be trying to put all the people that's like, yo, come back to this 90s rap. That's basically what this list is.
I don't even know. Young Thug at 7. Thank God we get some type of
because
normalcy. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't feel like I'm punch drunk. I don't even know what to expect behind every door now.
All them Young Thug mixtapes pretty much the classic starting at.
This is crazy.
Everything from Rich Homie Quan on down.
Yeah, Slime Language, YSL Record, So Much Fun was fire. 1017 Thug, Young Thug and Maine, LaFleur was good. The finale, the tour part 1, Birdman, Rich Homie Quan's Rich Games, probably one of the best tapes. The Generation, Slime Season 2 is fire. Barter 6, fire. I'm Up, Slime Season 3, Jeffrey, Beautiful Thugger Girl, Super Slimy, all classics. Best Guest Versus, Maria, I'm Drunk was a classic. All About the Money was a classic. James, come on, man, don't interrupt nothing, man. We're trying to kill the suspense, man. Drake Sacrifice is one of the best verses. Mamacita was one of the best features. Throw Up Some Mo was a top song. Chance Rapper Mixtape was good. Meek Mill Offended was fire. So going down there, Young Thug was one of the best rappers of 2010s, just off his legendary mixtapes. His guest appearances alone coming to the rap game off of Guwap co-sign with the incredible 1017 Thug. The Atlanta Alien represented a major shift in hip hop with With his distinct style of blending melodic rapping and ability to switch up his flows multiple times within a song. As the decade drew to an end, Thug finally found his commercial success that he's been eluding for most of 2010. So Much Fun debuted at the top of the charts, representing a new phase in his recording career. Young Thug at 7. I would put Young Thug at 7. I don't mind where Young Thug is. I don't know who else is on the list, but Young Thug definitely should be in the top 10 of the last decade. Wouldn't you agree?
Top 5.
I think, like, I don't understand how Nicki Minaj is behind Earl Sweatshirt.
Cause the list just
and Danny Brown. Okay, number 6, Freddie Gibbs. He should be on this list, but he should not be ahead of Young Thug. ESGN was fire. Pinata was fire. You Only Live Twice was fire. Freddie was super dope. Fetty with Currency was classic. Bandana was a classic. Really, when you want to come to Freddie Gibbs mixtapes, I would say ESGN, Pinata, Freddie, Fetty, and Bandana were all classics. Straight Killer No Filler was fire. Fred was straight slamming 2 and 3 was good. Babyface Killer was probably his best mixtape. Guest appearances, Scottie Pippen was first time I heard Freddie Gibbs. That was I heard him with Young Jeezy, but Scottie Pippen was when I was like, I gotta listen to Freddie Gibbs. Young Jeezy 38, Currency Stash House, Alchemist, Welcome to Los Santos. That was on the, I think, Grand Theft Auto soundtrack. BJ Chicago Kid, Bam. You know, Freddie Gibbs deserves on the list, but I wouldn't put him in number 6. Freddie Gibbs may not have realized at the time, but the whole failed label situation with GGCT World was one of the best things that ever happened to Gibbs. The Gary, Indiana rapper was destined to do this rap shit independently, and after linking with Madlib, he found his own lane, and since then, Gibbs has firmly established himself as the best rapper alive time and time again, whether it was on The Shadow of Doubt or You Only Live Twice. Freddie, his follow-up album with Madlib, Bandanas, was the best rap album of 2019. Freddie Gibbs definitely is a top-tier rapper. He has top-tier production, good storylining. Freddie Gibbs, when niggas say they best rapper alive, Freddie Gibbs puts out some of the best work and some of the best albums you can kind of put out. So to say that, I don't have a problem with him being on the list. I have a problem being in the top 10. But him being ahead of certain people, mainly even a Young Thug, I wouldn't put him ahead of Young Thug at all. But he should be on this list. Push T at 5. My Name Was Fire, King Push. Dark Sword Don didn't really listen to like that. Prelude was straight. Daytona was a classic. Fear God was fire. Wrath of Cain was fire. Top 10 Push T guest verses. Freddie Gibbs Palm Olive was fire classic. Kanye West So Appalled was a classic. Move That Dope was a top fucking song for Future. 18 Wheeler was fire with Benny the Butcher. That's one of the top Benny Butcher songs. Runaway with Kanye was one of the best songs of the decade. No Dope on Sundays was probably the best song Shy the Prince has been on. No Malice, Shame the Devil, Sean Meyer Lansky. Yeah, he has probably one of the most complete bodies of work, to be honest. There isn't a rapper who had a better 2010s than Pusha T. Sure, there were plenty of rappers who put up bigger numbers or even dropped better albums, but from 2010 to 2019, Pusha was winning every step of the way after splitting up from his brother and breaking up the Clips, a move that would have been the end for other rappers. Pusha T linked up with Kanye and dropped 2 standout guest verses on quite possibly the best rap album of the 2010s. Then he started his solo run, dropping 3 albums, 2 of which can be considered classics, 2 mixtapes, and going on a legendary feature run that saw him bodying tracks with Being the Butcher, Freddie Gibbs, Saha the Prince, and Future. To top it all off, he got into a beef with the biggest rapper in the world and came out on top, unmatched and unscathed and smiling. Who had the bigger run and biggest run in 2010s of Pusha T?
Who don't want to sell dope forever, then flood it roll into the bezel break?
So we're going in the top 4. You ready?
Yeah, I salute Push though.
4, J. Cole.
I knew it, but that's cool. I knew it was gonna happen. Salute to J. Cole.
J. Cole number 4. I'll say this. Not to spoil, but I think the top 3 is going to be Drake, Future, and Kendrick.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. I'm sad I didn't see Wale on the list.
That's crazy too. He should have been at least in the
Way
mentions.
before good.
He should have been on all of the mentions before Danny Brown and goddamn
Zelda and all them clowns.
Rock Marciano. Like Currency and Wiz, they ain't on the list. Like
That's how you know the list ain't real.
Like
bro.
I don't see how you can put all these other guys on the list and not have your Currency on the list. Like if you go into Danny Brown and Vince Staples, if Currency ain't on there, bro. Like
Ross ain't on there. Stop it.
Yeah, that is crazy. Ross ain't on there. Danny Brown, bro. Anyways, I'm sorry, bro.
Ross run started in 2010s.
Number 4, we got J.Cole.
Wayne ain't on here.
Cole World, Sideline Story, Born Center, 2014, Forest Hills Drive, For Your Eyes Only, KOD, Mixtapes, Friday Night Lights, Truly Yours, and Truly Yours 2. All great bodies of work, top tier material. Kanye West, Looking for Trouble, 21 Savage, A Lot was a classic. Force 5'9", Bobble Boat was a classic. Jay-Z, Star Is Born was a good song. Josie Freestyle with Drake is a classic. Got the Gangstar with Family Loyalty. Moneybag Yo, Say Nah was a good song. While his closest peers, Kendrick and Drake, found their footing in the rap game fairly soon after their debut album, it took J. Cole a few years before he found his lane. While Cole World, The Sideline Story, and Born Center were both solid albums that established Cole as one of the top rappers of his generation, it wasn't until his third album, 2014, Forest Hills Drive, that the Dreamville head honcho cemented his legacy. The success and momentum from that album has carried him into the 2020s as one of the leading hip-hop OGs.
What you expect?
Yeah, I like him there. Number 3, the GOAT, the greatest rapper ever, the number 1 rapper of this generation, honestly, personally, the most influential nigga, the sauce, the GOAT, the wizard, astronaut status, Future. You know what I'm saying? The greatest albums, Pluto, classic. Honest was fire. DS2, classic. Evolve, classic. Future, classic. Hendrick is a classic, and the Wizard is a classic. Mixtape, Astronaut Status, classic. Beast Mode, also a classic. 56 Nights, classic. What a Time to Be Alive, classic. Purple Rain, classic. Super Slimy, classic. Beast Mode 2, World on Drugs, all classic. Zero misses. Top 10 verses. Top 10 feature verses. Travis Scott, 3500, classic. Bitches Love Me with Lil Wayne, classic. Bugatti, number 1 hit. You Ain't Know, classic. Chance the Rapper, Smoke Break was good. Drake Grammys was good. Jeezy, Way Too Gone, classic. 21 Savage song X, classic. Travis Scott, High Fashion was good. Pusha T, Pain, fire. Future came to the game as a crooning trapper from Pluto and has evolved into one of the most complete and iconic artists of the 2010s. After the disappointment of his sophomore album, Honest, which saw the industry try to turn him into a pop star, Future took matters into his own hands, linking up with Metro Boomin, DJ Esco to go on a mixtape run that could only be rivaled by Lil Wayne. The holy trinity of Future tapes, Monster, Beast Mode, 56 Nights, revitalized the trap rapper, and since then he hasn't stopped churning out quality releases, from the classic Dirty Sprite 2 to his R&B pop masterpiece Hendrix. What do you think about Drake at number 3? Future at number 3.
Okay, can't argue with it, man. Too many classics, too many records, man. Can't do nothing but salute.
Drake at number 2. Drake at number 2. I gotta disagree. That's insane for Drake to be number 2. I just don't agree. Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, Views, Scorpion, all classic albums. All number 1 albums.
Mm-hmm.
All albums that will be played 80 years from now. Timeless music. Drake is the definition of timeless music. I would say that top 4 artists on this list are the definition of timeless music. From J. Cole, Future, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar, all 4 of them records will be played for the rest of the history of civilization. Somebody even said the other day, they're like, Future music sounds like this nigga recorded 10 years ago. Like, of course. With Drake, if release is Too Late, What Time to Be Alive, More Life, all fire. Guest versus Stay Scheming was a classic. Believe Me was one of Wayne's, final really, number 1 really trendy songs. You know what I'm saying? He was still like considered one of the best rappers alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm On was a classic. No Lie was a classic. Poetic Justice was also a classic. Versace was their biggest song, a classic. It's Good. I forgot how it even goes. Fucking Problem was a classic. Blessing and Sicko Mode. All these number one songs. Every record right here was a number one song. So to read Drake's discography, hip hop has never seen a commercial force like Drake before. There have been rappers who have had higher peaks like 50 Cent, rappers who have sold more records like Eminem, rappers who have been more successful for longer, Jay-Z, but to stay at the top of the rap game for 10 years straight like Drake has never been done before. But even if you want to put aside sales and commercial impact, Jay-Z has proven to be one of the most lyrically adept rappers of his generation. Even those bars don't fit in the same parameters as traditional hip-hop heads might see them. Just check out our list of top 15 most lyrical Drake songs if you need examples. Drake, to me, should have been number one without a doubt. He's literally the most impactful rapper. He's literally the bar of success in the rap game. There's no way I think Drake should be under anybody on this list. He has usurped the rap game in itself.
But Kendrick Lamar, which is number one, is the embodiment of what hip hop is. Black culture, foundational Black American, top of his game, straight rapping skills, no singing skills, hit.
Yeah, he kind of can sing.
But
it's like artistic. Yeah.
He could carry a note. He's not trying to.
It's like abstract type shit. It's artsy singing. Like he may not be on the note, but it goes with the shit.
On point with the streets. On point with the conscious community. On point with the ladies. Just like he taught anybody language like he's yo.
So you're super cool with him being number one on this list. Is Kendrick Lamar?
He say he the new king of New York, bro. He go to New York. He go down south. He go out west. He go anywhere he want to go, and Kendrick Lamar gonna eat.
You really think
Lamar
Kendrick over Drake? I mean, you giving a good point though, but I mean, he did think about it. Kendrick Lamar took like a 3-year break. Like honestly, like he didn't put out as much work, but he didn't put out as much work as Drake.
He's hip hop though. Drake.
So you're saying Drake's not hip hop?
Drake is not the epitome of what hip hop is, as far as like black culture. Like Drake ain't finna go anywhere and be good. He can now because he's Drake. He proven himself. I'm talking about Kendrick Lamar with no fame, no nothing. People gonna show Kendrick Lamar some respect no matter what hood he go in, just because he know how to carry himself no matter where he going. You know what I mean?
Do you think Drake has a better catalog than Kendrick Lamar?
He got a larger catalog.
He doesn't have a larger catalog. No, he doesn't have a larger catalog. Drake has a bigger catalog.
I say Drake have a larger catalog. Yeah, I would say.
Does he have a better catalog?
All around, yes.
So you saying Drake has a better catalog?
Yes.
I'm with the ruler. Future had more hits than Kendrick in 2015. And Kendrick has his whole career. But we're not going to go there. All I'm going to say is this. I don't mind Kendrick. Let's go down his thing. Section 80 was a classic. Good Kid, Mad City, Pimp Butterfly, Untitled, Mastered, Damn. Overly Dedicated. Everything but Overly Dedicated, Untitled, and Mastered, I would say, is a classic. Only because Untitled and Mastered is a whole bunch of throwaways, literally. And Overly Dedicated came out before Section 80. Top 10 verses. Nostalgia, Control, one of the verses of the decade. Probably the verse of the decade. Mona Lisa with Lil Wayne, Fucking Problems, Mask Off remix. Holy Key, No More Parties in LA.
Yep. All
top verses. It was a tough matchup between Kendrick and Drake for the #1 spot, but at the end of the day, it was no brainer. Kendrick Lamar is not only the best rapper of the 2010s, he's making a strong case for being one of the greatest rappers of all time. For his humble debut, to the film-like storytelling precision of Good Kid, Mad City, to the genre bending to Pimp a Butterfly, to the perfection of Damn, the competent rapper has proven time and time again that he's the best rapper of 2010s.
Yeah, bro. Drake, a good talent. Drake is cool. Drake is like, yo, we gonna listen to you as long as Kendrick ain't around. Like when Kendrick come in the room, nobody ain't trying to hear what Drake.
I'm gonna say this: Freddie Gibbs shouldn't have been at 6. Rock Marciano shouldn't have been nowhere near the top 10.
He shouldn't even been on the list.
Joey Badass shouldn't have been nowhere near the top 10. Earl Sweatshirt shouldn't have been on the list.
YG should have been on the list.
And every time I'm gonna see a Griselda member, Migo member should have been on the list, low key. If Conway gonna be on the list, we gotta have a Migo member. Danny Brown on the list, Quavo could have been on the list. Being the Butcher should have been on the list, we could have had a Migo member. Schoolboy Q, I like him on the list, I like where he was. 17 wasn't bad. Nicki Minaj should have been in the top 10. She should have been over Freddie Gibbs.
Oh, damn, that's to go without saying.
Chief Keef should have been on the list, but he shouldn't have been over a majority of the people he was over. Vince Staples shouldn't have been on that list.
You know.
Nipsey Hussle, I like him at 21. I think that was a fair placement. Considering who else was on this list, he should. If you would have put Freddie Gibbs on this list at 6, Nipsey Hussle I would have had Nipsey Hussle at 6 and put Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs, right? I feel the same way. If Nipsey Hussle, ain't no way Freddie Gibbs is 6 and Nipsey Hussle 21. And you got Danny Brown and a bunch of other guys.
Everybody always talk about that Future tape with Young Thug, but I like that one he did with Lil Uzi better than the one he did with Thug.
Yeah, that one Uzi was straight. Meek Mill at 22. I like Meek Mill. I think he could have been higher. I think Travis Scott should have been way higher.
Mm-hmm.
J-Rock shouldn't have been on this list. West Side Gun could have been on here, but I don't think he should have been over a lot of people. Big Crit could have been on the list, but he shouldn't have been over Big Sean. He shouldn't have been over YG shouldn't have been on the list. 2 Chainz should have been way higher, and 21 Savage should have been way higher. Just to keep it a buck. So outside of that, I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's getting a little late, man. Salute to everybody, man, that coming in, all the scragglers, everybody that held it down.
Yeah, man.
Make sure you support, like the clips, like the show, like the podcast. Make sure you share. Get us lit, man. Get us lit.
Yeah, for sure.
That was all right list, but yeah, these lists is just so shaky, man.
You know what I'm gonna do next time? What I'm gonna do next time, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the list. So I feel like it might be better lists up on there.
I can make a list.
We need to make a list.
We need to make a list because our list will make sense.
All right. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a top 30 or something like that. Rappers the last decade or something like that. And we're gonna make a list and discuss it. But outside of that, man, like I said, we got people piling in because I think Star just went off not too long ago.
I just saw Star had went live. I'm like, damn, Star.
Yeah. But
live twice there, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Me and him was talking earlier about
Star.
About the My Son situation. So salute to the Starport. Yeah, salute to Starport. I'm about to start back calling in next week. Just been a busy ass week. A lot of us moving around and getting shit done. But yeah, Perspectives Facts Podcast, episode 73. We talked about the J.Cole Durk collab, the NBA YoungBoy beef, a few other things. We also talked about, like I said, top 30 rappers of the decade. Anything else we need to mention and talk about coming up the pipe?
Yeah, man, we'll be back probably on Tuesday or Monday. And
top of the week. Clips gonna be rolling out again. Coming tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we're getting the first clips. We're gonna be breaking down this top 30 rappers of the decade. I might not do every one because some of these names are so atrocious. I don't really want to even spend time editing us slandering their names out of here. So I'm probably just gonna be putting up some of the highlights of this. So once again, join in. Hit the Cash App, $ Florida Boy J. Perspective Facts Podcast, live on Point Network. J Doug, any final words before we play DZ Redline and the music and get up out of here?
Look out for the merch. Look out for the things coming down the pipe, man.
Absolutely, man. We're about to be going up, man. You guys have a great night. Perspective Facts Podcast, episode 73. Have a safe weekend, man. We're gonna holler at you guys.
Well, all right.
Peace.
Well, all right. Well, okay. Feels like Jazz Grand Prix a little bit. Yeah. Sometimes life is a bitch. When you meet her, make sure you dress her in the freshest fit. Get money out of. Make them clutch shots when it comes down to the wire. Gummy bears, crossword gummy bears had me geeking. Fresh as fuck polo bears on my box of skiing. In the middle of the summertime, that shit crazy. Hit the gym, sweat for your health, stop being lazy. 32 in the compact for snake niggas sneaking. Still ain't see the haters, I can feel them niggas breathing. Made a light shine on them when they hear a guy speaking. Speaking on me, I'ma hit your girl this weekend. Yeah. Shoemates on my pizza, I'm tripping, but I'm getting cheese. Wanted to be make-believe, but it ain't. My lungs are older than you think. GDP as a youngin' and I'm still rolling dank. dank, motherfucker. Baby looking delicious, I wanna dip it in the tank. Chocolate, then lick it off properly. Like whoever looking finna get a show, who stopping me? Blue lemon on my world, organic black property. I'm coming up like Mentos in a Coke bottle. Wanna make a Coke, I ain't a reference, but I don't want a fair problem. I'm fresh as fuck if the feds watching. My outfit killed a white bitch, I think I need a Johnny Cochran. I made sure the gloves fit, sipping OJ. She brushed her teeth and tongue with my dick, I came Colgate. Afternoon when Robin, Florida boy Jay, chillin' Riverside, few shots, watching my tequila sunrise. I fucked her from midnight to sunshine. Smoked it after she climaxed, made a tree climb. Then I'm out, then I'm back to the crib, then I'm out, back to the streets is where I live. Yeah, sometimes life is a bitch. When you meet her, make sure you dress in the freshest fit. Get money out of, make them clutch shots when it comes down to the wire. Yeah. Sometimes life is a bitch. When you meet her, dress in the freshest fit. Yeah, and they get money out of, clutch shots when it comes down to the wire. Yeah, run it up, motherfucker, run it up.
Yeah, operation get this money anyway.
Yeah, run it up, motherfucker, run it up. Operation get this money any way possible. Niggas going broke, and to me it ain't logical. Whether you got a pocket full of stacks or still in pocket full, stack it to the ceiling. In vacation somewhere tropical, smoking on that tropical. That shit look like poison though. Damn it, nigga, I don't even ask what it's going for. Yo, I had to do it. I had to.